Dun 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 dun. Can't remember the rest of it. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
No fate but what we make.
Gent 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 gent.
The future is not written.
Grungent. Grungent. Grungent.
For we are Pot Topic Podcast. Welcome to issue 012. We've made it to 6 months. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the point. By the time this comes out, we will have we'll have cracked 6 months, and also we'll have a full
almost.
We'll also have a full day's worth of material.
Holy
you could listen to us for an entire day.
We need to make these issues shorter. Thank you for listening, everyone. I'm Tom, your host, and to my left we have Kel.
Hiya.
We have Alex.
Every office needs a secret seat sniffer.
We have Diola.
But hello.
But hello.
Bello.
Oh, clipping the mics and Taran.
I just want to be in you, not in like a sexual way, but in like a connected human way. Did you get me?
Oh, so romantic.
Like a ventriloquist.
Oh, I'm just going to put some of my hair in your pie.
Right, so this show is all about getting topics from the hosts, from the community, and stick them in a pot, pull them out at random. We deal with the topics, and we talk for about 2 hours.
Yeah, we couldn't come up with a theme, so this is what you got.
Hey. Right, so let's lead it off with whiskey. Let's get the whiskey out of the way.
Yeah,
what we
absolutely.
got this week?
This week we've had a run of I'm not going to say bad. I'm going to go so far as to say subpar whiskey. So I've gone out and got a staple, a solid.
We have actually been buying whiskies by the litre for the last few issues.
Yeah, that's because they're not proper whiskies. But this is Highland Park, the 12-year, because I'm not rich enough to get the 18.
And that's a single malt scotch, is it?
Oh, it is. It's an Islay, so it's going to be slightly peachy.
And it's going to have a pop.
Oh, it is going to have a pop.
I get very excited about the pops.
Ooh, wait for the pop. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
There goes the cherry.
That's the sound of my second hangover of the day coming. Yay.
I have to say, guys, congratulations on having the first full intro where you've not forgotten anything.
I have, because I was going to say namaste to say hello to the listeners. So namaste, motherfuckers. Right, so what we all been up to this week?
Not a hugely interesting week from me. I suppose I could tell you that I've taken up meditation. Just thought I'd give it a shot.
You fuck. Yeah, okay, cool.
No, do you know what? All it is sitting down and having a quiet moment. That's basically all it is.
See, this is what I do, is I meditate in front of a screen with a controller in my hand.
Yes.
No, it's interesting because like trying to train yourself to go completely empty mind, because the second you close your eyes and try to think of nothing, you realize exactly how on fire your mind is, because like you start trying to empty and all you got is like little pops of, oh, well, but what about this? Oh, but what about this? What about, and sort of just trying to quiet that and just kind of reach a place of calms. It's an interesting, it's an interesting experience.
The whole
it's nice when you reach
really,
it.
really scares me because I don't want to be left alone with my mind.
But that's the idea is.
There's a reason why we drink.
The idea is to turn your mind off.
But it doesn't.
It takes practice.
No, it just doesn't.
Fair enough. Other than that, big thanks to Diola, I have finally played through the first video game, start to finish, for the first time since GTA 5, so 2 years now. Considering I was a major gamer, it felt good. I played Infamous Second Son, so I'm only a year behind the curve. That was lots of fun.
It looks about
Big, shooty, smashy. And really enjoyed that. Need to finish Diola.
Good. I shall.
And since then I've started Just Cause 2.
You
Oh,
are
boy.
going to have so much fun. I'm
already having so much fun.
parachutes.
Endless parachutes, endless explosions, endless grapple hooks. Fucking amazing!
You might have to play on, if you play on my PlayStation, I should have the DLC, or I can figure it out. So you've got like the jetpacks on your
On your parachute. Yeah.
So you just go,
What? Is it a paid DLC?
Yes.
Yeah, I got
It's
it.
well worth the money for it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I got that as
I can't
well.
remember if I got it via my little brother. If you do the whole signing in and changing this and activating your account, it's then on your PlayStation. So if I do that on yours, then you can have it all.
Yep, cool.
Or, yeah.
Dangerous.
So, one of the biggest announcements from E3, the gaming expo, that I got really excited about was Just Cause 3.
Oh, God.
Not only is it infinite grappling hooks, infinite parachutes, infinite wingsuit, it's now infinite C4.
Explosions, motherfucker!
No.
Yeah.
There's endless supply of plastic explosives in that game.
Where?
You literally press a button, you lay C4 out your ass.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be so fun.
What does that dude eat?
Nitroglycerine, motherfucker.
Actual gun scorpions.
And chewing gum.
Yeah.
Other than that, I suppose sort of actual bodily harm update. I was at work.
Weekly feature now on the podcast.
This is ridiculous. It's not usually this bad. 2015's been ridiculous, but Tuesday I picked up a bit of steel deck and the big heavy leg fell out and fell on my foot. but it was
Was it your left foot?
no, it was my right foot this time.
Oh, okay.
But,
Karmic balance on your own body.
but to make up for it, later on we went out to do some fire spinning that night. And while I was out there, I managed to get a minimum of 6 gnat bites, maximum 8 gnat bites on my index finger on my left hand. So it all balanced out. Like the left side of my body's not been forgotten.
Wow.
Yeah, tell me about it. Try living it.
We're not going to be able to record a podcast at this point unless Taran injures himself at some point. So
I'm not entirely sure gnat bites constitute an injury.
You should have seen my finger. Dude,
Oh, is it a bit
6
sweaty?
on one
Is it a bit
finger.
swollen?
It was like twice the size. It was
Oh,
ridiculous.
is it a bit itchy? Taran got itchy finger.
It was a bit sweaty. I couldn't close it. I still can't quite close it. But yeah, who else?
well, in the last issue, I mentioned that I was going to go to the ice bar.
Yeah.
Fuck Amazon Local. They are shit.
Oh, really?
I bought my mum a Mother's Day present and the place was booked out beyond the voucher's valid date. And the exact same things happened to me at the ice bar. I couldn't get a booking in the next 2 months and the voucher runs out
But
within a
surely
month.
they'll extend the voucher on the basis.
No, they
of-
refund it.
Oh, that's not cool.
So, yes, I took the money from that and instead me and my missus went up the London Eye. That was pretty cool.
Cool.
That makes you feel really weird and wobbly in the legs. That's really not a nice feeling, but it's still an epic thing to watch.
the London Eye?
Yeah, it makes my legs go like jelly.
Really?
Like on the way up, I had to sit down. On the way down, it was absolutely fine.
But
around them.
you're just in a capsule looking at stuff.
Yeah, it's more the motion, and every time they stop it to let anyone with a pram or a wheelchair get on, you're used to the motion, you're used to the momentum of you moving. As soon as you stop and it sways a little bit, oh, that's a little bit odd.
Fucking hell, traffic jams must be a nightmare for you.
Oh, it's horrible. But then I also, for that night, we were supposed to go see Jurassic World in the cinema. And obviously that got delayed because we were going up the London Eye.
It sounds so filthy.
Taking her up the London Eye.
Mate, up the London Eye, took her out, showed her a burrito on a deck chair with a bottle of wine.
Nice.
She had a good night.
Ooh.
And then, so 2 days ago, we went to go see Jurassic World in the O2, not only in 3D, but in D-Box motion cinema chairs, which are the best way to watch any action film ever.
I think I'm going to have I want to see that film. I think I'm going to have to go there.
I just don't.
The helicopter scenes alone, you feel like you're going floaty with the helicopter, and it's just like, ooh. Wait until you get dragged backwards by a T-Rex. That's a cool feeling. Every single time there was a dinosaur stomping around in the background, you felt it in your butt cheeks.
How
It
much-
was awesome.
That's how I like to feel my dinosaur.
So
what,
good.
What in the butt?
And I have to say, I couldn't work out whether I want to fuck Chris Pratt, whatever his
Pratt.
Pratt, or Bryce Dallas Howard, or whatever her name is, the female lead, the redhead, couldn't work out which one I wanted to fuck more, because
Both.
they both just got insanely hot by the end of that film, because they're all dirty and sweaty.
Covered in raptor.
Oh, covered in filth. But yeah, that's basically been my week or so.
Oh, I've got a question. Kel, how's the ice cream project going? Have you made any ice creams yet?
No, because it doesn't fit in my freezer.
Oh no!
So I'm going to have to bring it over here.
What?
Oh no!
And make a whole load of ice cream over here. So
That sounds absolutely terrible.
I did have a really, really hardcore Saturday night though this last weekend.
No, what did you get up to?
Yeah, no, it was wicked. I stayed in with Andy,
Oh, fuck, that is hardcore.
and we got incredibly drunk and did some adult colouring in.
I saw that picture, man. That's awesome.
I think I've seen that porn.
I've come to colour between your lines.
No, it's like psychedelic animal pictures and things like that, but it's supposed to be therapeutic. But I just sat there and coloured.
Is there a
for
big
hours.
octopus in that book? Because someone else posted on Facebook that they've got an adult colouring book and they come.
I haven't seen the octopus.
That was our friend Lena, I believe. Yeah.
I found the
No,
the
it
sloth.
was someone from work. Someone from my old work.
Of course you found the sloth.
I found the sloth. Andy found a koala, and I've started on an elephant as well.
Oh, awesome.
It's really cool. So that was really hardcore. Fun weekend.
Ooh, I went to the summer solstice. I went to the summer solstice
Oh, of
at
course you did.
Stonehenge.
Yeah.
It was freaking amazing. I've not been to Stonehenge before. The only time I've ever seen it before was just passing, which it looks really small.
Yeah, because you just drive past
Yeah.
it. There's
It's
sheep look bigger.
Bloody gigantic.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge. And it's one of the 2 times a year that the public are allowed to actually be on them.
Oh, wow, I didn't know you were actually down near
So
it.
it was really fucking moving. It turned out I think there were 23,000 people there.
Wow.
So you're kind of there. You've got all the pagans, all the druids, all the Wiccans, and it's fucking beautiful. All these people right in the centre. A good few hundred people with lights and drums and singing. It's actually really, really moving.
I found it really weird because I went on Facebook and I saw you there, obviously.
Yeah.
With all the group that you went with. And then you could tell who my hippie traveller mates were because they were also there in their own group. And they were all putting up their own photos. It's like, right, yeah, that's a hippie fuck, that's a hippie fuck, that's a hippie fuck.
It
What?
was wonderful. We were walking around, and there was this one kind of like, you know, kind of like the old school wagons that you see in being pulled along by horses in cowboy films.
Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of wagon. There was a couple of them out, and these people had laid like weird spongy carpet next to it, and we were just like, "What is going on here?" When me and Paula went for a walk. And there's all these beautiful colours everywhere, and like people jumping up and down on a little stage, like outside of it, and people playing fiddles and all the music. It was really weird and wonderful.
And streakers.
Awesome.
And streakers, there were streakers.
Tell the nice people about the streakers.
So in the morning after sunrise, so many people, like thousands and thousands of people, if not most of them, all cleared out, obviously to travel back to wherever they were going.
Yeah.
That we hung around for a good few hours after. And we were right by the stones, and we just hear this, "Ray," as this dude is pelting it around, just stark bollock naked, wandering up, arms in the air, freaking looked like he's having a wonderful time. And then he gets stopped by an interview with a camera, so he just kind of goes, "Hello," chats for a bit, and I think they were an Italian family. This guy was just mumbling and like, just saying some funny things about this dude. And then like a few minutes later, this girl, who's also stark bollock naked, runs like a bat out of hell. Doesn't even look like she's having that much fun. She's just on a fucking mission. Like running full pelt around the whole of Stonehenge. And the Italian dude kind of looks in our direction and his friend's direction, just goes, this one is faster, no? No, but if you get a chance, go. It's a lot of fun.
I've been
Next
meaning
year?
to for quite a few years.
Well, I think the idea is everyone had so much fun that we're probably going to try and do it next year. Really, really nice.
I'm in.
Yeah, good. I'm up for that. Right. Alex, what you been up to recently?
Well, mainly waking up in my towel on my bed sideways at like 6 o'clock in the morning after trying to go to sleep and climbing the fuck out of some fucking massive trees. Oh yeah, and there were 3 days spent gallivanting around the streets of Camden because I had a mini holiday, like some kind of drunken latter-day dandy.
Yeah, you had a
without
2-day
clothes.
week.
Yeah, I know, it's been
Bastard.
They are good.
yeah, spent a lot of time in bed. Say, it's been a good week.
Cool.
Any week where you spend the majority of it under a duvet is up there.
Not necessarily under a duvet, but
Pray tell. Getting the vapours.
no, we've got a mixed audience, parents, children. It's not really.
Have we?
Did you shove it up someone's clunge hole?
That's disgusting.
And yes.
Wasn't just the clunge hole.
Cool.
Also the plunge hole.
The smile on him.
Cool. Well, Alex, if you would care to draw the first topic and then speak into the mic.
Begin proceedings. I'll get my fist in now. Have a good old play around.
One from the host then. What we got?
What do we have indeed? Oh, fuck's sake. Conspiracy theories.
Who's that from? Does it say?
Oh,
It doesn't say anything.
That's me. I put that in today.
Yeah. Why did you do that?
Just because conspiracy
Because they're
theories,
funny?
yeah, they really make me laugh. And the thing about conspiracy theories is, like every now and then I'll read one, and I will get almost depressed about my ability in creative writing because I'll never be as good as these people. Like the one that sort of really kind of struck a chord with me was I was actually reading a list of sort of 5 of the most batshit crazy conspiracy theories, and there was this one going around, like during the big Ebola scare. There was this big one going around, sort of the gun nut population of America, and the conspiracy theory was Obama was secretly trying to introduce Ebola into the United States in order to weaken the populace, so that he could get the army to come in and take all their guns. I'll never come up with anything as genius as that. That's fucking amazing.
Star Nicolas Cage. That's National Treasure 3, isn't it?
I think one of my favourites is the Hollow Earth one.
Oh yeah.
So the theory is that I can't remember if it's just at the Arctic, the North Pole, or if it's at both poles, where there isn't just like the pole, and the reason that they tell us, no, you can't go there, isn't because it's cold and dangerous. It's because there are 2 openings that lead to the secret underground lair on the entirety of the inside of the globe that are, I think it's run by the lizard people. I can't remember.
Crab people, crab people, crab people. Cool.
I saw a really interesting conspiracy this week, actually. I don't know if you saw it going around Facebook, that the $20 bill actually contains, like, it depicts 9/11 and has done for a great many years.
Oh, is that one of the ones where you
So
fold
when
it
you
in
fold it in a certain way, you actually see the whole sort of scene unravel. Quite like that.
Right, yeah, because they're like, let's warn everyone, but with a puzzle. And so
Yeah, but if you were going to do something really, really crooked, you'd make it sneaky, right?
I don't know. I think you make it blatantly obvious, so the conspiracy theorists go, "Oh, isn't this obvious?" And everyone goes, "That's creative writing, right there."
I quite liked it.
No, but if you close one eye and squint over here and kind of look backwards, then it looks something like something that's not there.
Basically, if you hold Obama up to you but look through him like a magic eye, you can see a pyramid with an eye in it.
There's a lot around 9/11, though, isn't there? Like a lot of
Yeah,
conspiracies
there's a
around
shit
9/11.
ton.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the interesting ones because some of the most convincing conspiracy theories are based around 9/11. Unfortunately, I don't know them off the top. I've had multiple conversations with people who said, "Oh, but this expert said this," and like you wouldn't get that kind of fall pattern if you just crashed a plane into it because you fall down. Like it needs explosions, it needs thermite going up, and like the steel melted when it should have melted because it shouldn't have got that hot. And I mean, I personally don't know. One of the really ooky things about that is, recently, I can't remember, I think it was within the last year or so, the CIA released, declassified documents, which, detailed, an attack on, detailed a potential plan for an attack on the American homeland in order, during the sort of Bay of Pigs era. And it was, like, this was kind of a contingency plan, like, we'll set this attack up to make it look like this has happened. So this will give us like the go ahead to go and attack, Cuba or whatever. But the thing with that, Yeah, I mean, that document exists. It doesn't necessarily mean that it was ever going to be implemented, because it's my understanding that security agencies tend to just kind of blue sky a lot of ideas. It's not just so they've got potential plans of action. It's also so they can kind of predict how other people might be able to do it.
Right, so it's almost like a bit of an analogy here, a bit of a stretch, but it's like when people employ hackers as security professionals for multinational banks.
Yeah, that's
Sort of like
that's one potential argument for
if you can break into your own thing, or you can set up a plot to bring down something, then someone else can also do this.
Yes, yeah. But I like the problem with most conspiracy theories is they are batshit and crazy. They are batshit insane. But they're also not disprovable, which is kind of why people kind of hold on to them so much. But then that's logically, that's complete fallacy. Like, just because you can't disprove something doesn't mean it's true. Like,
No, that's a flawed statement in itself, yeah.
But people will challenge it. Well, prove me I'm wrong. Prove me I'm wrong. It's like, all you can do is sort of mount up evidence. Like, for instance, one thing I often find, is quite telling with conspiracy, like, especially big conspiracy theories, is that at some point, people will talk. Like, especially the big ones. You need many, many people involved in it. And the more people involved, the more people are likely to talk. And they just don't come out. And eventually someone will pull an Edward Snowden on any given
shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then just sort of go on the run and just sort of live in like the Honduran embassy or wherever it was.
See, my favourite conspiracy theory was always that the people in power are actually lizard people. The reptilian master race.
I need to read some David Icke.
yeah, exactly. It's B.
But a lot of that is predicated on the idea that all the elites know each other. But of course they do, because all the elites have been elites for like, once you have power, it's actually kind of difficult to lose power.
And you'll go to the places where all the other people that are powerful meet.
And remain connected. Yeah, you just sort of get born into it. Doesn't necessarily mean you kind of got vertically slitty, closey eyes and you have scaly skin and you can sort of shake.
No, it's Assassins and Templar. Don't know what you're talking about. It's all Assassins and Templar.
No, it's like looking at people who've been involved with professional cricket for a long time. You go, oh my God, look, they're all involved with professional cricket. Oh my God, they know each other. These people, I mean, what, he's married to her and these families have known each other for this. Well, no, that's a bit weird. There's got to be something going on here. It's got to be more than their interest in professional cricket.
It's not a bad analogy, actually. That's not a bad analogy. I quite like that. Have you ever seen any, like, the video evidence for, like, the lizard race? Every now and then there'll be a link that'll pop up. Like, there was one of a newsreader where, apparently you could see, like, his eyes blinking, vertically.
Yeah,
rather than horizontally.
Like third eyelids.
And yeah, I don't know, it's all a load of bullshit. Basically, I think
if you were a reptilian with the second set of eyelids, you'd probably be, a very prominent visual figure like a newsreader, and you wouldn't.
You'd be in front of the camera 6 times a day after the news. Yeah, exactly.
But then you get other institutions like, well, what's it called? It's not Bullworth. That's from Bully. But there's the meeting of. It's kind of a hard, like, conservative, hard right meeting of kind of elites, and they sort of meet in secret, and they're always, people are always protesting against it.
What, like a GOP rally or something?
It's got an actual name. It's like a society of, rich, fancy,
like stonecutters.
Yeah, stonecutters.
Yeah. Again, that's another good example of like the Freemasons, because they're a secret society. People just take free licenses just to make bullshit up. And the problem with that, the real fucking problem with that, is you end up with bullshit like the Da Vinci Code. And that serves nobody apart from Dan Brown.
Fuck you, Dan Brown.
I will go on record as saying that.
Well, one of my favourite piss takes of a conspiracy kind of thing does involve the whole triangle with the eye in it, the Illuminati.
See, I was going to wait until the end of this recording, but I've been watching the waveform here, and if you actually divided the 25 minutes that we've recorded, fold it exactly in 3, the waveform cuts in at the exact right angles to form an eye of empty space in the middle.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
I can tell that
Ladies
just by
and
looking at
gentlemen,
this straight line of wavy forms in
You
front
are
of me.
listening to the Illuminati.
Illuminati confirmed.
I bet if you then pump it through a 5-dimensional visualization, you'll be able to, like, it'll predict your future.
Although, if you run it through a G minor head unit, you end up with Miley Cyrus. So, I mean, it's pretty cool.
So, did any of you guys?
I know which I'd prefer.
Did any of you guys see the series of pictures that came out? You know, like how everyone's like, "Oh, Beyonce sold her soul to the devil and becomes the Illuminati." As did Jay-Z. That's why they're married. That's why they're so successful.
Yes, apparently they're part of a secret sex cult.
Yeah,
That's the latest one
I
heard.
want to join.
So these pictures
Eyes wide shut, baby.
show like kind of like one of the series of pictures. It's like, oh, you can definitely tell Beyonce's in the Illuminati. Let me show you this picture of her performing, and it's got her performing, and she's got like a triangle necklace on rather, and it zooms in a little bit, so the triangle necklace is more in view. Then it zooms in again, and it's just her armpit. And on her armpit, with the shadow, is a triangle. And those are little things like that. It's fucking fantastic.
This is where the conspiracy theories have now become internet meme.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
they're
brilliant.
ridiculous.
Of course, there is the one true conspiracy.
Which is...
The Kawaii Illuminati.
Oh, Kawaii Illuminati, how could I forget?
Motherfucking Kawaii
Japan
Illuminati.
is after you people. Wake up, sheeple.
You need to start paying attention. Oh, so here's the thing about the Kawaii Illuminati, right? Here are the 3 facts you need to be aware of. Right? 1, nobody suspects adorable little Japanese girls.
2,
They're everywhere. They're everywhere in media. They're like, you always see tourists. They're always adorable little Japanese. But they are fucking everywhere.
3,
Everybody loves them.
everyone loves a little Japanese girl.
Now, look at the state of
Fuck
the world.
people.
Look at the state of the world, people, and wake up. Look at what's happening. There is huge global unrest. The economies are falling. It has all been engineered by adorable little Japanese girls. They're trying to whip us into a state of absolute hatred so that when they come through with the love and the kawaii, we will greet them with open arms and we will be their little bitches. You need to trace the money, connect the dots, and follow the big adorable eyes because they're sure as fuck following you.
That's the reason why Rage Against the Machine stopped performing live, is because Baby Metal came up, literally went, peace sign, namaste, and they folded. They gave up the fight.
So yeah, watch out for that.
Fuck.
So
Tired now.
So if you do happen to bump into an adorable little Japanese girl,
Punch her in the face.
make,
Nudge that.
just start buying your crowbars.
No, we should know by now that, like, Stinger missiles are no match for a 13-year-old Japanese girl in knee-high socks making a Super Mario victory sign going, hi!
No, absolutely not. I can dodge a Stinger missile.
Look,
If I see an adorable little Japanese girl do the piece, I go,
I'm running towards
I'm
it.
melting. Yeah. That's the one true conspiracy.
fuck.
Kawaii Illuminati confirmed.
Shall we send it to Mythbusters?
They won't be able to bust it.
No, exactly.
Because it's true. You can't disprove it, so it's true.
I know
just-
exactly.
I could
I'd
just-
like to
I
watch
could
them
just-
try and bust it.
Standing a small Japanese girl in the middle of a bomb area and just click a button, reveals from a blind curtain,
That's
just
every scary
raises the
movie
curtain.
ever, isn't it?
And just a ripple of shockwave.
In fact, I might even go so far as to say that adorable little Japanese, not even just Japanese, adorable little Asian girls have probably created all the other conspiracies to create like a season of distrust.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that when they come along, we know we can trust them because they're so lovely. Oh, please,
campaign of
please,
misinformation.
let me live in your kawaii world. Let me feel so cuddly and I will be your slave and you can rule us. I'm watching you.
No.
I'm watching you.
This is the problem. As much as I want to fight the cute little Asian girls, I will give up every time.
Oh, mate, I'm knees deep. I don't give a shit.
I'll be knee deep in a Japanese girl. Believe me when the time comes.
Cool. D, would you care to grab one from Pol Pot?
I would.
Speaking of little Japanese girls, Pol Pot.
I can't help but think that at least 3 of us in this room might end up on some kind of register after this. It's a bit...
Oh, it won't be for that. It'll be for the Filipino
It's
boys.
called the About Us on our website. Pictures of all of us and our social links. One from the Pol Pot, then please, the Ola.
Got ya. This one is from Big Al.
Hello, Big Al. How you doing, babes?
Babes.
Oh, actually, yeah, big out. Now, Diona brought this up before the show. I just want to point out to the listeners on the Facebook page, our OG international fan, Ricard, started
Ricard?
some shit saying, it's quality, not quantity. I
Directed straight at Big Al.
I, for one,
Love
would
it.
like to encourage this because, there's nothing like an international flame war for promotion, right?
We're gonna have a Big Al and Ricard war going on. That'd be epic.
All we got to do is get Daz involved, and then
Who
we've
are
got
these people? I don't know these people.
Big Al is my manager.
Hi, Big Al.
Rical's a dude.
Ricard, who's, yeah.
Oh my god, that's their mated name. Raquel.
That's Ricard and Kel's babies right there.
Is that a good thing?
No.
I've seen
Yeah?
pictures, not bad.
No.
Cool. It doesn't take much, does it?
Big Al is in Europe.
A
at
bottle
the
of
minute.
something and they're done.
He's in Europe at the minute. Oh, I'm tempted to. But he said he was going to try and send in a couple of pictures. So we might be getting a few pictures from his trip around Europe.
Ooh, that'd be
on
cool.
our Instagram.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone out there, hashtag Pot Topic Podcast on Instagram. It'll go straight up on our wall.
Hell yeah. Right. This one is from Big Al. When a cow laughs, does milk come out of its nose?
Bravo, Big Al. Bravo.
I wish it did. Oh, how would you make a cow laugh?
Tickle it.
I was going to say, but
Tickle its tits.
Tip it over.
tits.
Tip it over. Give it a rub.
Or would you just put elastic bands around all of its udders and make it sneeze?
No, that makes me laugh.
Incidentally, tickling cows is going to be one of the great biological weapons of the Kawaii Illuminati. Any dissenters, they're going to ride in on cows. They can have another girl underneath, just tickling the tits, and that milk comes out fast, man. It will turn you into yogurt.
If I had a Japanese girl tickling any part of me, something would be coming out pretty quick, yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry, pedant's corner over here. The only way you could make a cow laugh milk out of its nose is if it was a calf suckling on its mother. And
Then it just blows a hole in its mother.
No, because it's drinking and it
gets-
comes out
gets
the
choked
nose.
up
He's being
and-
logical.
They're simple-minded creatures, so the only thing that's going to do it is 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
Or get cows drunk.
Oh,
We could get cows drunk.
Could get cows drunk.
Oh god, could you imagine getting them so drunk that when you tip them, they just roll back over onto their feet?
Cow weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Do you think if you got them drunk enough, then you drank their milk, that their milk would be alcoholic?
Adult milkshakes.
Adult milk. Oh, hang on.
What? You're talking about walking white Russians?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What?
Diola got so excited he turned into Bill and Ben.
No, you
all
just
of a
turned into
sudden.
Mrs. Broflovsky. What?
Ooh, white Russians.
I like this idea, though.
I can't help but feel that I've failed massively here because 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps was actually a reference, which none of you got.
To the BBC
As in the show?
Three show.
Oh, okay.
No, you've got it.
Maybe it did. It just wasn't funny. Yeah, let's get cows drunk on 2 pints of lager and some crisps just to help them.
It was a reference to the actresses, I'm guessing.
Oh, no, one of them was, no, two. Some of them, they were alright.
Sheridan
They
Smith
look
is
like
fucking
fun.
incredible.
They did
And
look
so
like fun.
is Ralph Little. There's some good actors in there. So if you were to tickle them and milk was to come out the nose, if you were to make them hiccup, would they then jetpack?
Oh, if we could get them to expel milk so fiercely from their udders, how high could you make them go?
Oh, we could potshot the International Space Station.
It's like, and go.
God damn you, Al! You've made whimsy again.
Or how about this? If you got them on an incline and then do some, have you guys ever heard of what's it called? Anvil tossing, anvil blowing. I can't remember. But it's basically
Anvil blowing.
Taran, have you been watching those funny videos again?
No, it's basically this redneck game where you get an anvil, you put a shit ton of gunpowder on it, then you put another anvil on top of that.
Oh, fucking
set a
genius!
fuse, and then you light it, and you like before you light it, you place kind of a token or some money on where you think it's going to land, and whoever's closest wins all the money.
Oh wow!
Now, if you've got a cow on an incline and you're playing this game and you make it hiccup correctly, you could try and run interference and try and take out the anvil with the cow.
I love that
Skeet shooting with bovine.
Yeah, I really love that Hiccuburp has taken off quite so well.
Yeah, it was the only body function I felt that fitted. Snarting wouldn't work.
Snarting.
If you didn't do enough cows, it would look like Splatoon.
You've got to paint as much of your turf with your colour cow as you possibly can.
Oh, you can feed cows Ipecac. No, that wouldn't.
That's exactly what it would sound like, actually.
Cool. That's what I've got to say. Shall I get one from the hot pot?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Al, for that one.
Thank you,
mate.
Big Al. Liked that one. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, this is a long one. Take a look around the room. It's the end of the world. Oh, another one of these. We're evacuating to another planet. You have 2 tickets only. Who gets in the shuttle?
Do we have to decide as a group that 2 people within our group go, or as a
No,
person?
it looks around. It's looking around the room.
Yeah, but as a
you
group,
personally.
as a group, do we decide 2 people from this group who go, or do we personally get to pick one other person to go with? How are we playing this?
Let's make this really bitchy. Let's keep it just in this room.
Yeah.
No.
yeah.
I know just
There are 2
I'm going for
tickets.
genetic difference.
Oh shit!
And also sexual diversity.
I'm fun for everyone.
Oh for fuck!
I'm the only female. You can't
Damn
do
it.
shit without me.
Sweet, me and Kel are going. Fuck the lot of ya.
However,
I think you're quite wrong. I think you'll find it. They can do shit. Without they can do lots of shit.
Jody won't even wait until we're off the launch pad.
In fact, that's pretty much all they'll be doing. because-
well, Alex is fucked because they won't need a tree surgeon. I'm fucked because I'm too breakable. I might put my vote in for Tom because the podcast is his and it should continue.
He pays for it, so we have to vote him.
You won't get invited to this recording ever again if you don't.
It's going to be Diola and Kel, and they're going to make gay space babies. And
Oh, yeah.
pretty much
That's
what's
so
gonna happen,
nice.
isn't it?
That's lovely. I
Space
love it.
babies.
Oh my god, our babies will be Martians.
Yeah. What's it called? Right, so Martians are from Mars. What's it if you're from Jupiter?
Jupiterian.
Jushin.
Jovian.
It's Jovian.
Jovian. That's right. What about Saturn? Can we go through all the planets? 'Cause I don't know all of
It's
these.
Saturnian.
Uranus.
I don't know Uranus.
Uranium?
I don't know.
I don't know his name.
Uranus.
This either. Tell us. Hey.
I would guess.
Uranium?
Yeah. No. Uranian.
No, Uranian.
Plutonian is yeah.
Well, Mercury.
Neptunian's easy.
Mercurians?
Fred.
Cranians?
Mercurians, surely.
Mercury. Venus. Venian.
No, it's Venusian.
Venusian.
Done that one.
Venusian.
Well, that was an interesting conversation. Listen to.
So, well, we decided.
I think we decided that really quickly.
Me and Cal, fuck off!
I'm happy with that decision.
Yeah. To be fair, like, for me, if I was going on the space station, it would have to be taking Diolo because he's the only one who could throw me across the room. Which has been proven before. Everyone else I could fight past. I don't think I could fight past Diolo.
I'm not convinced you could fight past
I'm
me,
not convinced
mate.
I can fight past you either. Although I could just give you a swift tit jab. Just hopefully get
I
past.
just enjoy it.
Oh, kinky.
Just knock you out with her bosom. Donk.
Are we? So, are there just 2 tickets only? We have 2 tickets only. It says. Are we assuming that other people are also getting on the shuttle? That could change things.
That does change things slightly.
Because I think that counts Kel out, because you don't need to survive the human race.
Who's going to take Turbo Christ?
Oh, Turbo Christ takes the second seat. It's me and Turbo Christ.
It's all right.
It's all the company I need, bitch.
Replace all the bowls with yellow lights.
It's all right. Like Turbo Christ will hop in Tiki and then power his own flight out there using the yellow light.
Tiki.
Oh my god, Tiki and Turbo Christ Space Adventure.
Or maybe I'll have to stay here. Maybe I'll have to lead like the new apocalyptic world under the. I will be Pope Tiki.
I want to be
for
here.
The world.
I want to be here for the end of world party. I'll give up my seat for that party.
Fair.
Tom, you know how you've always wanted to do a comic?
A Tiki and Turbo Christ space comic.
Ooh.
They'll go to brave
Tiki
new
and
lands
Turbo
and just
Christ
fuck them
in
up.
space.
It'd be something like halfway between Beavis and Butthead and Fear and Loathing.
And it would be set in Ooh.
In Adventure Time world, yeah. All right, cool.
Cool. I think that's that one sorted. Tom, something from Pol Pot.
Pol Pot. Here we go. One from the community. Digged out. Whoa. Almost got the host pot in the face then.
Potted in the face.
Okay, this one is from Dan. Best movie
Hello, Dan.
sex scene.
Best movie sex scene.
Oh.
The irreversible rape scene.
That's not sex.
Yes, it is.
That's not sex. That's not sex.
I think I might say the second. What's the second 300? Rise of an Empire. Rise of whatever it is.
I still haven't watched that.
I haven't seen it.
Goodness.
Goodness.
The sex scene in that is fucking brutal. Super hot dude, super hot girl, and they're beating each other up and fucking in like the war room. It's, wow.
Actually, that reminds me, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I was going to go there, yeah.
Okay,
That is one of the
That's
hottest
good,
sex scenes
that's
ever.
Not only because it stars two of the most sexy people on the planet.
Oh, shut up and get in me, both of you.
Oh, Brad Pitt. Oh.
Just a really crap
Angelini?
Angelini,
wicked
baby.
Angelini Jolini.
Oh, it just looks really crap. I've never seen it. I've just
It's really enjoyable.
It's a
super
stupid fun
enjoyable.
film.
I don't think it's my thing.
I don't know. I think you might.
It's my thing.
It's quite funny.
No, it's very. It's. You know,
I've watched some shit films with you, Kel. Like, I think you'd enjoy it.
I might have to put in a vote for Wild Things, because at the time that I watched it, I had a massive thing for Denise Richards.
Yeah, and lesbians and all that kind of shit was going on in that
And also,
film.
Kevin Bacon has a massive dick.
Have you seen?
How big is it?
Have you seen Naked Gun when they have their sex scene in that? And they go,
fuck yeah.
"Do you use protection? Always." And they get in people-sized condoms.
Yeah.
And they just go,
bounce against each other. That brings up Hot Shots.
Yeah. Oh, is it Hot Shots part
No,
where
it's the first one.
frying the egg on her
It's
stomach?
the first
yes,
one.
yeah.
The Top Gun rip-off one.
Oh,
Why am I really struggling to think of any scenes?
I don't know, because maybe they're all terrible. But my favourite... you've seen The Never-Ending Story? You know the bit with the horse?
What's my name?
You know the bit with the
Don't
horse?
talk about
and
the horse dying.
Was it
there's
Shadowflakes?
loads of mud and there's crying.
Don't! Oh, that's so heartbreaking, that
That's like,
scene.
Sorry, what was that? Warhorse?
No,
no,
Never-Ending
Never-Ending
Story.
Oh, Never-Ending Story.
In
I haven't seen it, I don't think.
You know,
the Swamp of Sorrow.
When
The horse
gets
drowns.
so sad it drowns
that's-
in mud.
Oh,
It's not
so
drowning.
hard.
It's not that's fucking hot. There's mud everywhere and there's a crying child and, you know...
You are twisted, Alex. So that's coming from me.
I quite like.
Oh shit, mate, you're in trouble.
I quite like the sex scene in Inbetweeners, the first season, where
Yeah.
where Will is
It's basically planking on a girl.
Yeah.
that's pretty funny.
Yeah, do you want to move with just your hips? I think was the line.
Why can't I think of anything?
Oh, fuck, I've got one. Team America World Police.
Yeah. I watched that the other day.
The puppet sex is fucking incredible.
It's hysterical. So good. So good. Yeah, I rewatched that again recently and just fucking slayed by the satire.
It's the fact that it builds and builds and builds, and you think there's a sex scene coming up, there's a love scene coming up, there's definitely something going to happen. How are they going to do this? And they don't do it.
It's the only time
at all.
It's the only time I've watched puppets and been jealous.
I don't know. There was that scene from Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, what, the romantic fucking?
Yeah, there's two. There is the romantic fucking, because I quite like that because it keeps doing the cutaways where like you got the close up on the two main characters fucking, and it's got like the serious music going on, like they're really going for
it's quite romantic.
And then it kind of backs out, and it's just two people having a normal shag on a bunch of coffee beans.
A very short shag.
A very short shag.
With people watching.
That's not at all pornographic. It's just it's just sex. But the best one is
is it the frosted be like a fucking cake?
What?
Do it. So there's a scene where they're filming one of the last scenes of the porno, and
it's the big anal scene.
Yeah. And the girl beforehand, she sort of says, I'm really backed up today. You say, are you, like the videographer says, you're right to do this. She said, no, anal's fine. Like anal's brilliant for unblocking. And there's this point where like
the cameraman is on the floor underneath getting a penetration shot.
And yeah, they go for it, and then something happens that causes a shock that makes JMUs just pull out, and then the cameraman just gets fucking decimated, just absolutely annihilated with shit.
And I think the line is, she frosted me like a chocolate cake.
The sex scenes in Not Another Gay Movie is quite funny. Funny.
Brilliant film. Go out and watch that. Not enough people have watched that. It's an American Pie film made gay. It's amazing.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious.
The double penetration bit at the end, that's funny.
No. For me, it's the Graham Norton being the German BDSM master with a guy under his coffee table shouting, "Daddy loves Belgian chocolate," and taking a shit on the top of the coffee table.
Oh God, what a funny film.
That film is brilliant.
We need to watch the second one, man.
Yeah, definitely. I've got the first one on DVD. It's fucking brilliant.
Has anyone seen, it's a Wayans brother parody, but it parodies Paranormal Activity. I think it's called a Haunted House.
Haunted House and Haunted House 2.
So, Haunted House.
Yeah.
With, like, getting fucked by the ghost. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. And then it happens to the dude as well.
In that film, I quite like him and the teddy bear.
I didn't see the sex scene between him and the teddy bear.
It's beautiful.
Saying that, though, on the ghosty sex, nearly splatter. Ghosty sex. Oh, fuck. The Last Exorcism 2, where she does get a little bit fucked by...
I've not seen it yet.
Okay.
I really want to.
I watched it with you.
No, I've seen The Last Exorcism. I watched that with you, but not The Last Exorcism 2.
I just thought of one, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, The Creature of the Night scene where the partners keep swapping and changing.
And it's
That's
just a shot of
cool.
the person on top rather than...
While they're doing the song Creature of the Night. It's fucking brilliant, that scene.
So, of all of those, what's the best?
Team America.
Yeah, probably.
It is well funny.
Yeah. I've got nothing to. I've got no riposte for that. That's probably the best sex scene I've ever seen.
Isn't
For
it?
that one, it is. But the sexiness of the one in the second 300 is.
Fair enough. I haven't seen that film, man. I'm going to go watch it now.
I'll show you afterwards.
Right, Kel, what pot have you pulled from?
That one.
Host one. Well done.
The hot pot.
What we got?
Would you wear fur?
Sorry?
Would you wear fur?
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. No, not even if it's old fur. All fur should be destroyed.
It's really warm.
What about if you're in the right
Okay,
circumstance?
addendum to this. If I've hunted and killed the thing myself, or it's all that stands between me and dying, yeah, I'll wear fur. But otherwise, no one should wear fur. Like, no one should have any ivory.
Okay, so if you've like hunted a duchess or something and you've taken her, so, that's fine.
I'll wear her skin. I won't wear her furs.
Why wear fur when you can wear skin?
Durex.
No, I think
Furry condom.
I call it the sponge.
No, I think I may have put this one in. And
It looks like your handwriting.
Yep, that's my hand. Yeah, I'll put this in. So,
Taz wanted to talk about something, so he put it in the pot.
Oh, God.
what a novel fucking idea!
I was going to say, that's kind of the premise, isn't it?
No, so how this came up was Heather was looking at parasols, and she was looking for vintage parasols for I can't remember if it was a costume or just to have a nice parasol. It was one of them. Doesn't matter. But she found this really nice parasol, but one of its selling points was the handle was authentic ivory.
No.
And she was sort of umming and ahhing about it. It's like, well, do I go? It is really nice. And then she made the mistake of turning to me and said, well, what do you think? To which I said, no, absolutely, like, own no ivory. Absolutely own no ivory. It's like, well, why not? Because, like, the animal's already dead. So you might as well use the ivory, which is
Well, it's the fact it's been hunted purely for that.
Only natural death stuff should be used for ivory.
No,
not
at all. Not even. And the way this wraps into fur, and like this is the same argument for like old fur. It's like, oh, you can't destroy an old fur because it's already dead, so you might as well wear it. No, like the problem you've got is when you have old ivory, when you have old fur, what that does is kind of creates desire for more of that same thing.
Yeah.
And that in turn, feeds into like the demand for it. And it's not going to be just like from natural causes. It's going to be, it's going to be like terrorist groups in Africa who hunt the animals, who like particularly of ivory, kind of hunt like rhinos and elephants, to get the ivory and fund their action. And furs, like, you have absolutely no idea where that's come from. Have you seen some of the footage? China, what they do to get
To quote Ryan Davis.
China don't care.
Yeah.
But they don't care to the point that, like, they will, like, for instance, with mink, like, they try to do it, oh, well, we're kind, like, we carbon monoxide them first. But China, like, they just take the furs off the still living animals, and then the animals left completely skinless to die slowly and horribly. Like, I'm an absolute no against fur because it's not worth the cost.
I think you've put up a good argument, mate. I'm not going to argue with that.
No, fair enough.
Oh, no, they didn't even sprinkle any salt on the minks afterwards.
Just to get a chorus of pain, to record for the death metal industry.
Well, that's how you get
Mink core.
Well, that's the thing. It's the dying screams that really gives it its luster.
The sheen.
No.
But yeah, I think I was hoping that kind of be open to sort of more discussion. But
No, you killed it.
well, fuck.
Killed it and didn't even skin it.
It's not exactly fun. Is it?
No, but going back, like if as a matter of survival, yeah, I'd wear fur, but I'd probably also eat the animal.
This is the thing. I think if you turn around to the tribal communities in like Alaska and stuff like that and said you couldn't wear fur,
Then they die.
yeah. But then they hunt, they eat, they use every part sort of thing,
Yeah.
and then use the skin as
And
clothing.
that is just kind of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's
I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
senseless killing for the sake of fashion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's no.
So you've got to be completely utilitarian in your genocide, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, that's how Hitler got in. That was all utilitarian.
Yeah.
That was all in production of the Ubermensch.
I drive it. Sorry, I've gone digital hardcore.
We were listening to digital hardcore earlier.
Whilst drinking margaritas.
We've got one from the so-called Pol Pot, I believe.
One from the community.
This would be Big Al again.
Thank you, Big
I'm
Al.
seeing a theme here. Crop circles. True or false? These seem to be two completely unrelated sentences, but
Well, crop circles are true.
Wait, what's the
exist.
second sentence?
yeah, they do. I believe in crop circles. I've definitely seen them.
Cool.
So yes, there we go.
Wicked. They exist. Done.
Well, they're made, just not by aliens.
Yeah. I think that's what he was getting at.
Or
It'll
are
be
they made by
Alex.
aliens posing as
Mr.
humans
Fun
with
put down.
sticks?
Sorry, I'm just logic bomb.
Do you guys remember when it all came out? Because like the crop circle started in what was it, the 80s or 90s?
I don't know when.
And it started in this country, and like they let
Fucking Norfolk farmers.
where-
Why you're older?
Where else are there a load of people that are A, in the country, B, bored out their minds, C, surrounded by fields and crops, and D, too English to butt fuck each other?
And E, full of enough cider to put bits of string on bits of wood.
Oh, you're right, my lover. Would you like to come down and circle me crops?
Crop circle.
But this is my favourite thing. Like the guys who started it, they let it rest for ages. Like they didn't come out, and this went for decades. And at some point, they just came out. Like people say, no, this has to be aliens. There's no way, there's no possible way you could do this from the ground. Like look at how this goes. Like you couldn't possibly do this. This absolutely has to be aliens. And it just turned out to be like two Englishmen with like planks of wood attached to rope and a talent for surveying.
Yeah.
That was it.
I'm good at maths and knots.
And probably also drinking cider and doing a bit of acid at the pub. That's what happens when you put all of those things together. You go, oh, we could make really, really intricate patterns.
Or conspiracy
in film.
theories, it's actually aliens posing as humans.
But do you think they ever
Confusing
actually...
us with misinformation.
Illuminati.
All the crop circles in the world, pinpoint them by trigonometry, and it forms a triangle. Illuminati confirmed.
Right, yeah.
Interesting sidebar. Where do you think they got the idea? Just saying. Kawaii Illuminati.
Here, if you heard about them Illuminati, I reckons, right, we can make them think that these interstellar beings have got gentle propulsion engines. They like to flatten the crops slightly when they land.
By the way, have you met my wife Yuxi? She's from Japan, don't you?
Do you think
No, you're right. She is cute.
Let's do what she say.
Do you think they ever actually intended them to be interpreted as like signs from alien life forms, or do you think they were just making pretty circles? In the
I don't know. I can't remember, but I've got a feeling the original intent was as a hoax.
Just to weird people out. How the fuck did this thing happen?
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
they question it.
Which I think is brilliant because they've been appearing kind of across the globe ever since.
It's like trolling before the internet. It's like they're kind of some of the original trolls.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Original troll.
OT, motherfucker.
So I think that's crop circles.
Big Al, that's crop circles confirmed.
Yeah,
They exist.
they exist.
Mulan.
100%.
Taking one from the hot pot.
One from the hop on, one from the host.
We are burning through them.
We are. I'm running out of page to write notes on.
There's another one there.
No, it's one issue per page. This is how this notebook works.
But we're only 57 minutes in.
Shit, I've got an hour and 2 lines left. Fuck.
You're going to have to move your drinks, dude.
No.
His drinks are on the other page.
I'll drink them. What we got, D?
This is from Sophie, our Sophie, in brackets.
How the hell did it in that pot? In the wrong pot. Whatever. One from the community.
San Francisco is known for its trams. What is your hometown known for? Or what interesting fact about your hometown can you something
It's my handwriting, clearly.
us?
Impart.
Impart on us.
Impart on us. Yeah.
Well, let me
Bromley.
tell you. Yeah, let me tell you one interesting thing about Bromley. It's called the Sawmill.
The current
that-
residence we are now in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about the most interesting thing in
Place where
Bromley.
good intentions come to die.
It is
From my
indeed.
hometown would be Chislehurst. The Chislehurst Caves is pretty interesting.
That's cool. I
Yeah.
like Chislehurst Caves a lot.
Chislehurst Caves, what that is, that's fucking old. I mean, like I think it was older than the Romans added to it, so it's pre-Roman.
Saxons, Romans.
And-
They've
Yeah.
got different sections.
Yeah,
And during the war, it was used as a bomb shelter.
Yep.
Oh, the Chislehurst Caves.
And
Yeah.
during the 60s, it was used as a gig venue for people like the Rolling Stones.
And Black Sabbath.
And Jimi Hendrix and Pink Floyd.
Floyd. But they wouldn't rent it out to me for a party.
No, they don't do that anymore.
No, health and safety risk.
All of them fucking right.
They used to play like a laser
No,
tag
we were
down there.
Oh, did they?
So many people got lost.
The thing is, all it's good for now is something nice to do when you've got a crushing hangover and LARPing.
Yes.
Yeah, they do LARPing down there.
cave.
Although they do that down the other cave.
Right.
So there's
Oh,
It's all part of the same system. They
but they've
just block
they
sectioned off
blocked
an
it off.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
The other thing about
And it goes
Chislehurst.
fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
It's
it's
quite
miles
it's quite
and miles
deep.
and miles.
The other thing about Chislehurst is the Richardsons came from there. Big East End gangsters
Oh, yeah.
back in the day with the
Yeah, yeah.
craze and all that.
My friend lived in a house where a gangster hung himself.
There we go.
Hung himself.
No, on the stairs.
Is it haunted?
That probably not.
It probably is.
Of course, Sophie comes from she currently lives in the...
Cheese! she lives in Stilton cheese!
She lives in Melton Mulberry, the home of pork pies.
Stilton and pork
And
pies.
Stilton cheese.
Of course, but pork pie is more important.
I thought,
Pork pie is fucking more tasty. Oh, is it more tasty?
I thought,
It is. I just had one for dinner.
Stilton.
Just that
Stilton
and Coleman's
pork
mustard. It was
pie.
brilliant.
I thought Stilton was
Stilton
West
cheese pork
Country.
pie.
If you have them, the pork
Yeah.
pies with Stilton on top, they're great.
Fucking well nice.
Fair enough. My actual hometown was a little hole, just kind of a butt hole in the middle of more interesting place called Mottingham, where
There's nothing interesting about Mottingham.
nothing ever interesting really happened there. I think maybe someone famous was born there. Can't really remember. There was definitely a whorehouse once upon a time. My mate used to live
In it.
In
in
the
it.
house.
Yeah, when it was not a whorehouse. I was born there in a second story flat.
Perfect.
I don't know how that raised it. Perfect. Explains a lot.
All right, David Copperfield. Fucking hell. Yeah.
All I can think about my
David Copper. Oh, right. Yeah.
all I can think about my hometown is hometown Sidcup. It featured as the setting for Darling Buds of May, the British TV show,
And more
which was all about
importantly,
the country and shit, where Catherine Zeta-Jones became an actress. Basically, that was her first big role.
very, very important about Sidcup. I was born there.
So was I, Queen Mary's motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bruv. The other thing that's weird about the actual house I grew up in was it was built by, I think, my great-grandfather or great-great-grandfather or something, as an extension to the house that was next to it. I grew up in a very small bungalow. Again, he built the house next door as well and owned all the land around it, because at that time it was basic countryside. It was just fields and that was it. And during I think it was the First World War, can't remember now, one of the wars, he gave the majority of his land to the army to use as barracks, and they built houses on it and made a lot of money. And he made nothing. Although he was an amazing human being, because he fostered so many children. He adopted so many children. That was the reason why he built my bungalow as an extension, to get away from the kids.
The house my mum lives in was part bombed in the Second World War.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
Awesome blitz.
Destruction.
Oh, yeah, actually, so some more facts about Bromley, where we are currently. One of the pubs, now closed down, used to be Bromley's. Can't remember what it was before that.
The Bell.
The Bell. That used to be a coaching house, and it featured in a Charles Dickens novel. Yeah,
Of course it did.
Diona's yawning, and he's absolutely right to yawn.
I've been awake for ages.
Didn't H.G. Wells come from Bromley?
H.G. Wells did. Charles Darwin was in Bromley for a while.
Oh, yeah, Down.
David Bowie was
Yeah,
in
Down.
David
was there,
Bowie
yeah.
was Beckenham.
lived in Bromley for a
which
while
is very
as
close.
well.
Bromley
It's
features-
Bromley Borough, Beckenham.
We could literally take a 10-minute stroll now and end up in Beckenham. So,
Bromley also features in Frankie Boyle's, comedian Frankie Boyle's, autobiography.
That's being a complete shit.
Yeah, it's basically like, a quick word on Bromley. Don't go there, it's shit.
Hey.
he's not going to the right places, mate.
No, he hasn't been here.
You need all you need.
Frankie Boyle over. That's what
Barrel
we
and
need.
Orne, Star and Garter, Sawmill. Done, mate.
The trifecta of Bromley.
Well, there's
Barrel and
enough.
Horn for nice beer, Star and Garter for some nice gay pub action, straight back to the Sawmill for some after hours.
Oh,
fun.
mate, you go to the Diners Inn for dinner, and then you go to Bieber's because you hate yourself.
Slit your wrist, motherfucker, and go for a kebab on the way home.
Kebab wrap.
There's a story of gold being buried in underneath a plot of land near my parents' house. I think that was some gangster gold that's buried. Does anyone know where Southborough Library is? It's right across.
Yeah.
Right across from there. There's this massive, massive house, and supposedly there's a shit ton of gold buried in their grounds.
Let's get spades.
I bet it's actually Ollie North's gold. No one knows that reference. Never mind.
No.
Politely redacted.
Well, the town that I grew up in, Clevedon, North Somerset, near Bristol, is
Somerset.
Somerset.
Cleveland.
Can you just say, what is it Beth makes you say all the time?
Right,
Forceps.
Forceps.
Yay! That's just for you,
Bristolian
Beth.
forceps.
Don't worry, we'll just tease it out from the cranium with a pair of forceps.
Forceps.
But yes, there's enough phosphorus buried under a sports field there to blow a fucking Hiroshima-sized crater in most of the West Country. It'll take out Bristol, it'll affect Wales, and it's buried under the sports field next to the house that I lived in. So I'm one of the few people in the world that can say I've had sex on top of 50,000 tons of phosphorus.
Oh, fair enough.
Fascinating fact about Cleveland.
There you go. Okay. Oh yeah. So when was it? Was it 1901 or no? It was like early 1900s. Her name was
Lila. She was a showgirl.
Was it Mary Sconswood or something like that? She's like lifelong resident of Bromley, and at some point she got so fucking bored. She exploded, went up into the atmosphere, and came back down. That's how we got the Tunguska effect.
Whimsy.
I actually did a school project on that, and that's not what happened. But anyway, that's not interesting.
No, it was Mary Sconswood. Oh, just facts, mate.
If you
You can go to the memorial.
if you insist. It's the small victories.
No, what was it? It was like the leading theory was actually
It was a meteorite that didn't quite
Like
touch,
hit-
but it shedded a little bit of its bits.
and sort of exploded
Yeah.
finally, sort of close enough to create the explosion, but just off the ground, and just flattened all the. Yeah, no, that's the Tunguska not effect phenomenon or whatever it was. Yeah, that's a pretty cool. Again, lots of conspiracy theories around that.
Yep. Like it could have been the Tesla coil, Nikola Tesla testing his like the one in Red Alert.
Oh, fuck it, I want a Tesla coil.
Apparently, it was him
Yeah,
testing
motherfucker.
that, and then he went, "Oh fuck, it's too powerful."
Or actually, what happened was Mary Sconswood encountered a little Japanese girl, realised how boring her life was, shot up into the atmosphere, came back down in Russia. Tunguska. Kawaii Illuminati, motherfuckers.
Next topic.
No,
Yeah, go for it.
I've got one more.
Oh, go
Go on
for it.
then.
Matthew Kelly's brother was on the board of managers at my primary school.
Sweet.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to say to that.
Oh, Chris Greener, the tallest man in Britain, lived in Bromley for a really, really long time because I wrote to him and got some of his clothes.
Kel, I'm not sure I believe that. It's a very tall tale.
Mic drop.
I wanted to make the tallest guy at our Guy Fawkes night at school, so I wrote to the tallest man in the UK, and he gave me some of his old clothes to make a guy out of. It was really fucking big.
Send me a jock strap.
Is he the dude like there's a model of him outside of Ripley's Believe It or Not on Oxford? No, on
Piccadilly Circus.
Piccadilly Circus. Is that dude?
I don't know.
He's really tall.
Might be then.
He's like big tall.
Might also be
Not
model.
small tall, but big tall.
Big tall.
Yeah, big
Not
tall.
small tall.
Big tall.
Next topic.
Yeah, sweet. Who was that? Where did that come
That
from?
was Alex.
Oh.
It came from our pot, but it was community, so I don't know what you want to do.
Either or, mate. You
Right.
pick.
I'm going for the community.
One from Pol Pot. Because, as we know, only good things can come from Pol Pot.
He does produce the best
Darren?
material.
Damn you, Pol Pot!
So from Darren. Thanks, dude.
Thank you.
Social media trends.
I've just stopped thanking him.
Probably right.
So from Darren, social media trends and apps, Snapchat, Instagram, Tinder, etc.
He wants us to discuss
Really?
social media trends.
I'm a complete fucking Luddite when it comes to all
Yeah,
that.
I do.
I can just about get on with Facebook.
I can let
but-
you. I can let you know the secret of advertising on Facebook, guys. I've nailed it.
Get really drunk, accidentally click the button.
That's it. And yeah, you end up paying 13 quid 3 days later, and you don't know how because I didn't realise they have my credit card information. Illuminati.
Did the button look exceedingly cute?
It was definitely triangular.
I mean, just of the examples you've given, Snapchat's one of my favourite apps to ever been created.
Snapchat's pretty cool.
It's definitely got its moments.
Yeah, like I would think of like when people just like, oh, what's the point in that? I don't quite understand. It's just like, well, you know, when you want to send something really silly quickly, and you're just going to go, oh, that's good, chick picture, send it. You're not clogging up your phone with shit. It's done immediately. They get it. They can view it. It doesn't clog up their phone with shit.
And it does add a little level of social grace to your communications with your friends, because if you screenshot the Snapchat someone sent, it's kind of a breach of that rule. I had one of my friends really sort of snubbing me because I screenshotted the photo of her. The reason why is she was saying, first of all, happy birthday, N-word, straight at me. But also, I realised that I could see her leg in the picture, and I realised she was on the shitter while she'd sent it to me. Turns out most of her Snapchats are from the bog.
Now, Instagram has its good points, but it's also created one of the greatest social ills of the time. I don't know if any of you have this person on like your Facebook or whatever. I've always got one or two people who use Instagram to like take multiple selfies throughout the day, and they all look exactly the same.
I ran across this today because I quite like going on to Instagram and just going on the explore, because it bases it on for people you follow, so you'll find something interesting, something you're interested in. Yeah. So quite often for me, it's like tattoos, pierce girls, and art. That's all that I follow on Instagram. So I'm there and I'm looking at this nice little painting, scroll down, and I find this one girl, and I realise, like, I click on it because I'm interested in, like, her makeup. Like, it was quite cool, like, weird makeup. So I was like, clicked on it. And then realised every single picture, she's taking a full body shot that is clearly the only mirror in her house that's a full body mirror. And so every single picture is her in a corridor with a cream carpet, cream colour walls, and a window behind her. And it's really weird looking through.
What she's got. Maybe she's in an asylum somewhere.
I've always thought that's a sign of some kind of psychological problem.
What, selfies?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's linked to narcissism.
Yeah. I mean, if you... Why would you do that? Especially if it's just like, this is me today, and again, a few hours later, oh, but I'm looking...
It's because it's so easy to share that now. You used to take pictures with yourself
who the fuck
and
is
other
interested
people.
in that? Like, why the...
Before the phone, I never took a picture of myself like, ever.
I did with friends.
I did.
Of your, on your own, sit and take
holding
a picture.
holding a camera, like a Polaroid camera or whatever.
On your own? No one
No,
else
no,
in the
with-
picture
with someone
you?
else.
Yeah, I
Probably,
used to do loads of funny stuff like that. But then again, that would be sent in be like, oh, look, there's a funny thing, blah, 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 send it. And they go, oh, it's good. And they send a nice funny one back.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's more for comedy.
Well, you and me, Dee, we have the best social media. Well, it's not really social media, over the internet sharing. We just send porn to each other.
Oh, God, I've done
But
it.
it's stupid porn. The last picture I remember sending to you was Chewbacca being blown by two stormtroopers.
Yes! Yeah.
No, that's pretty good.
I did like the picture of the two at-ats having sex.
Oh, no, yeah, that was pretty good. My favourite one I sent to you, though, was someone playing golf into someone's arsehole.
Yes!
Actually, animated gif of someone putting a hole into someone's open anus. Hello, Mum. How you doing?
But I think it's all gone a bit too far now, because I have got this app that quite a few people criticise me on, but I think it's hilarious, called Happen. I think I've told you all about Happen before.
I love this app.
So, for those of you that don't know, Happen is a kind of Tinder, Grindr-y dating app, except for you have your location services on, and it tells you who's walked past you and when and where and how many times they've passed you. So you get to see sort of if the people you regularly see walking around the streets on the way to work, etc., are single or not.
It's like a misconnections for the modern age.
It is, and I kind of like it, but it's really, really invasive.
Repeat and stalkery, yes.
I quite like it.
Yeah, you do.
I can see the appeal,
Because-
because there was those moments where you're like, oh, fuck, did she look? Yeah, fuck, I looked at her. Yeah, shit.
Well,
yeah,
me-
no, there's just...
I found out that the guy that sits next to me on the bus is single. well impressed by that. Might one day accidentally touch his leg.
With my vagina!
Oh, I had an unfortunate incident the other day that I texted you
With your
about.
vagina?
No.
Oh.
I was walking around the streets and this very, very pretty chap walked past me and I genuinely, accidentally shouted pretty as
It sucks, doesn't it?
which is something that me and Diola would do on the sly to each other when
All
we're
the time.
together, rather than on our own walking past someone and just shouting pretty in their face.
I did that when I was with someone up in Norwich, and they had supreme hunger anger. He was very, very, very hungry. Hanger.
Hangry.
Hangry. They were well
very, very
hangry.
hangry.
I hate that word, by the way.
Yeah. We were walking past, and this dude, just fucking amazing, pierced and fucking jet black hair, and fucking, and it's fucking pretty. So at which point, he walked past me, gave me a wink, and I was just like, woo!
Bootsy Collins, the motherfucker!
At which point, my very, very, very hangry partner was just like, what did you just do? And I was like, no, didn't you think his t-shirt was very silly?
I'm listening to the football they just scored.
I got in trouble for that.
Worth it.
Yeah, I'm fucking right it was.
So going back to porn over social media, it's actually quite fitting because
Is porn social media?
well, it
Have you ever read the comments on porn films? Porn flicks, they're
Fair enough.
awesome. They're
Fair
so
enough,
good.
and yes.
but no, in the same way that you and Tom send porn back and forth, Darren is like over there, and this is over WhatsApp. This is basically our only interaction over WhatsApp. Is he sends me just the most kind of out there porn he can find. There's one of my favourites still to this day is a girl who's in like bondage suspension, and she's got kind of some sort of like laser pointer shoved up her cooch, and it's firing out big. And then there are other ones like sort of 3D goblin porn, or some woman being impregnated by a giant wasp. It's all just
Well,
yeah.
Darren really likes the confusing boners page on like 4chan.
Reddit. He gets it all from
it on
Reddit.
Reddit?
Yeah.
It's the 4chan's beaten stepbrother.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of new apps on my phone actually that are kind of social media based. So there's Fuse, which is pretty cool. It's kind of limited in what you can do with it, but it basically allows you to take photos whilst moving around an object. So you move the camera around
Oh, yeah, I've seen
something,
you work
and it
this.
basically makes like a little animated thing. So you
image.
tilt your phone, and it moves round the images it took.
Kind of like an inverse panorama shot.
Yeah. It's like having a 3D camera setup where, like in the Matrix, where they've got the cameras all set up around it, and you can just move the camera. You can see the motion that's going on at the time. That's pretty cool, especially if you follow Suicide Girls. Also, there's the big new one that we must have heard of is Periscope. It's fucking huge at the moment. So Periscope is basically live streaming from a mobile phone. So video live streaming to an audience. Giant Bomb have fucking nailed that shit. They have fucking nailed it. You get like little notifications on your phone, saying like someone's doing a live stream, so you go and view it. There is not a single thing those guys do on Periscope where it doesn't get like first of all, there's at least 3 or 4 of them at a time, and they've all got 2,000, 3,000 people watching from one of their streams.
Wow.
And it's just insane. One of them I watched all the way through, start to finish, because it was hilarious, was they got evacuated from the building because of a fire alarm. And they're just standing out on the street, just chatting. And it was fucking brilliant.
I've known nothing about it. I'll have to check it out.
Tell you what, go on YouTube and go to Giant Bomb Unarchived, because they've started archiving all of them.
Cool.
Well, there's a self-defeating name.
Well, the idea is that they catch everything that's not on Giant Bomb. But it's kind of fucking awesome, the fact that someone can just stream from their phone anything they fucking want.
There was a cool app that my brother had quite a while ago. I don't know if it's still about, but you download it and it would link your phone to, again, live streams of security cameras around the world. And
That's a bit
yeah,
fucking weird.
And on very few of them, you could control it. So you could just like, look, just have a look around, and it just linked to randomly. You just click. It wouldn't tell you where it is. It would just you click on one of the little thumbnails, and you'd be watching through that security camera for a bit.
There used to be loads of
I don't
websites
like
like that. No, there used to be loads of websites where you could view different web feeds. Where it was basically just webcams.
Well, yeah,
that were set up around
there's
the
a
world.
constant live feed of Abbey Road.
Yeah, there is.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh, is it?
Oh, and you can
Is,
actually speaking about Abbey Road, you can watch.
Shut up, is there?
Yeah. It's not very interesting.
No,
You can watch
Street.
It's a fucking zebra crossing in urban London.
You just get to watch tourists being absolute cunts and slowing down traffic.
Every now and then, yeah.
No, we want to get a picture. No, we want to.
It's still a main road in
It
London.
is, yeah, it's a nightmare
Is,
road, but...
Would you class chat roulette as social media?
Definitely,
Chat
yeah.
Yeah, chat roulette is a lot of
so
fun.
funny.
Oh, we haven't had a chat roulette night in a long
Let's
time.
do that again. That's it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I've we really need to disappoint some wanking men.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember me and Guy, me and one of my friends, sat on it.
Wanking on webcam, I'll watch that one. You and Guy are doing it.
No.
Hello, Guy, you're pretty.
No, we sat and we made, I made a post-it pirate's outfit. So I coloured in my eye on a post-it and had like a post-it eye patch, a post-it moustache. And he sat there and made like a pair of glasses out of some paper, and we were just flicking through for ages. It was loads of fun.
Who was the guy who was really good at chat roulette? It's Steve Kardashian.
Oh, what, the guy who does the songs?
He did like the Wrecking Ball.
Yeah.
and all that
Wrecking Ball
kind of
songs.
stuff. I can't remember what his name is now.
Yeah.
Steve Kardashian. I think it might be Kardashian.
Is he? He's not a Kardashian.
No, he's not one. But
He's
I
not
think
a Kardashian.
Sure,
but-
I'm going to quickly look it up while we talk about shit. But he does
is
the
fucking
best chat roulettes because he makes a music video out of them. So
Yeah.
it's him performing
And you see
a
all the
stupid pop song
reactions of everyone
dressed as a woman with a
through.
beard.
I love how many men are lying down in their bed, topless, with the duvet just a little
Yeah.
down.
But it's what ones
Duvet
are
cover moving.
the particular great
Click off.
ones. The particular great ones
Came
are
in like a wrecking ball.
my favourite one is Call Me Maybe. That one, go look it up, listeners. It's fucking fun. I'm going to have to look up this dude's name now. Go on, someone else talk.
So, the thing about sort of social media trends, like sort of the new social media, is that, you know, it has its upsides. Like, it kind of, it enables kind of
Okay.
more instant communication between sort of individual people, and also kind of helps give voice to the voiceless. Unfortunately, there's the downside, where it also gives further voice to the people, the sort of people that we don't really need to hear from, a la Will Smith's children.
If I see another fucking Minion meme, I'm going to blow my brains out.
Everywhere. Why are they everywhere?
People stop making images of just words. Just type your feelings if you really want to get your viewpoint across. Don't take someone else's words in an image and post it up as your own opinion. I'm fed up of it.
Fucking sandbagged me there. Back to Will Smith's children.
I think they're quite funny.
No
Just
worries.
reminded me and I got very angry.
But yeah, has anyone sort of experienced like his? I can't remember what his children are called now.
Willow and Jaden?
Yeah. Yes. Has anyone seen any of the things from their Twitter feed?
No.
I can't remember any of them off the hand, apart from one by Jaden Smith, which is quite simply, he's like, I don't like reading other people's books, so I write my own and read those instead. Now, that's a little bit wanky,
However,
but it gets worse because they use the Twitter platform to just fucking vomit this sort of pseudo youth wisdom, and it's just like, just fucking shut up until you've had some life experience. You just go check them out. Listeners, just do a search for, if you haven't already, so Willow and Jaden Smith Twitter feed, and just have a look at some of the selection. I wish I could bring them up for you right now, but my phone isn't.
But I'm sure
here.
that's most little snotty teenagers. It just so happens that those ones are famous.
Exactly.
he's
Like I
got,
was saying,
he's got the eyes on him, yeah.
It's giving further voice to people you don't really need to hear from.
Anyway, going back to the Steve dude who does the Call Me Maybe and the Wrecking Ball and everything, his name is Steve Cardian. That's Steve, Steve. Cardian is Kardynal. Go look him up. He's fucking hilarious.
It's absolutely brilliant.
Well, I personally would like to congratulate Darren for his first reasonable topic.
Which actually sounded like it would be fucking shit at the beginning, but
Do you know what? At that
You
point,
know what? We saved it.
At that point,
You're welcome, Darren.
at that point, I'm putting in a fanfare.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so Taran, one from which pot? Sorry,
You want something from the hot pot?
why the
Have
fuck?
something from the hot pot. This is Tom. This is one of yours.
Yay! This will be bad.
The best animated films/TV shows.
Adventure Time.
Archer.
As one.
Yeah, Adventure Time.
Archer.
Friends drawn together. We've kind of covered these shows before. We had a conversation about Adult Swim, didn't we?
Yes. One recent one,
that's so
actually. One recent one that I know Tom will agree with me with is Attack on Titan.
Oh my god, I blitzed that in 2 days.
I still haven't watched the second half of that.
It's- Dude.
I know.
Dude.
I know.
It's so good.
Thank you for watching it, by the way. I'm glad someone else has watched it now.
It's so good up to the point I've
really
seen as
enjoyed
well.
it.
I can't wait for the next season.
It's one of the only series that have done it to me in the last quite a long time, other than when I started with Game of Thrones, to make me go, well, I have no other choice but to watch more.
Yeah, you have to keep watching. That's the reason why I watched the entire season in 2 days.
If you haven't watched it, everyone that's listening,
Even if you don't like anime, even if you think it's a little bit weird and a little bit wacky and a little bit shit, just give it a fucking go.
Attack on Titan
expand
is
your
freaking
horizons.
amazing.
It's a good place to start.
Very, very much so. Very much so.
I was.
Should we go into that? Like, a good way to break into anime, then? I personally cut my chops on Full Metal Alchemist, which most people do.
Well, I cut my
haven't
chops
watched
on
any of
Dragon
that
Ball
yet,
Z.
you know.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Z,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah, the thing is, like Dragon Ball Z, as much as I really enjoyed it, it's not good.
It's funny.
No, it-
Most of the episodes are characters screaming as they charge up
and
attacks.
and
No,
it's the
exactly.
fact,
Yeah.
the fact that most of the characters are named after vegetables.
Yes. What was it? Goku or Gohan means rice bowl.
Is Avatar classed as anime?
No, it's this is best
It's
animated.
so that's fair enough.
So we know you love Avatar. This is Avatar: The
the
Last
Airbender.
Airbender.
Yeah.
Airbender.
Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender, not Avatar: Blue People.
No,
I've not got into it, but I've heard good things.
it's quite enjoyable.
I've got it all. We'll watch it. It's
I'll watch
actually
it.
really,
I'll
really
watch
good.
it.
It's one of my favourites, actually.
I'm trying to think what else is really cool. So, Full Metal Alchemist is a brilliant story about 2 brothers in a world where alchemy exists. Their mother dies. They try and bring her back from the dead and end up sacrificing the little brother accidentally, and his soul is now bound to a suit of armor. Sounds weird, sounds wacky. It's a very good story. Cowboy Bebop, one of my favourite anime series of all time. It's got me to the point where I want a dog that's a corgi called Ein, because Ein is the best character in that show, and he's a dog. He's fucking incredible.
In Andy's absence, I've got to bring up 2. It's a short series called August 2 or August 2.0, which is, it's weird. Like it's in this universe, there's been the convergence of 4 dimensions. There's mechs, there's magic, there's all kinds of bullshit, but it's worth watching because it features, twice on a YouTube list of like the worst lines from anime ever. There's one
before.
which is actually my personal favourite. There's one where the main character gets picked up by a spaceship or something, and there's a robot kind of dude there. He sort of wakes up, and there's a dude there with just like melt over his face, and he goes, "Hello, my name is Colonel. I come from a country called Moo."
Oh yeah.
And the other line, the one that probably made it high up the list. There's this scene where one of the supporting characters rescues another of the supporting characters from prison. This is like a very kind of cocky army chap saving a woman from the prison. And now, essentially, what he's trying to get across is it's basically just say, "Oh, get out of here now! Like, you're free. Off you go." The line he uses is like they're having a conversation. He just comes out from nowhere. He's like, "Now get out of here before I rape you."
Jesus Christ.
So there's that, and there's also Steam Boy, which is a movie.
Yeah.
And this is one that only tends to come out on hangovers after we've had a particularly heavy night and we're all just we just want to sit around and watch it. Steam Boy is wicked. It's like the premise of the world is all very steampunk, but they've invented in this world, they've invented cold steam. They've,
like a cold fusion almost.
Yeah. Where they can create lots and lots of steam and use that to power ridiculous things. And it's actually just like a really good sit back and watch.
Have you seen
movie.
Howl's Moving Castle?
Oh, I love Studio Ghibli. Like,
I haven't yet.
Adore
We got the
Studio
book in
Ghibli.
the toilet.
I think the DVD somewhere.
I've got the DVD if you need it.
I watched it with Andy here a fair few months ago. That was really enjoyable.
It's a beautiful story.
I really enjoyed that.
In the book, there's a book for it.
Cool. I might have to give that a go.
Yeah. The only Studio Ghibli film I've watched a few. The only one I can ever really remember.
Spirited Away.
No, I wasn't that much into Spirited Away. Princess Mononoke, however, was awesome.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Favourite.
Oh, you can't forget Totoro.
Totoro.
Oh, My Neighbor Totoro is fucking amazing.
Oh, you guys,
Studio Ghibli, I have to say, the only film that has emotionally driven me to tears.
I remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Taran were quite fucked up and having a night on our own and retelling the story of this film.
During sex.
I cried in front of Taran.
During sex.
It wasn't during sex.
I came buckets.
I was crying my eyes out. Basically, it twangs my heartstrings because it's a story about a little boy whose father gets killed in the war, mother gets killed in a bombing raid. Or obviously this is set in Japan, World War II, sorry. And then the little boy has to basically look after his little sister. She dies. He dies, and they get back together in heaven, sort of thing. And I was telling this story.
Spoilers.
Fuck it. No one's listening to this. Retelling this story, I took a long time retelling the story to Taran, getting every plot point in, and the more I tried to communicate how beautiful this film was, the more I fucking cried at him. And it just pulls on that brotherly love thing I have for my sister, and it's just like, it's horrible, but beautiful.
There's another anime that my mate Dan introduced me to. It's called Mushishi.
I don't know.
And it's a really odd series, like for an anime. I don't know how to describe it other than it's kind of, so watching it is just a really nice, it's a nice place to be. It's very relaxed. It's just kind of, you watch an episode, it's like, this is like, that's a nice story. This is, it's vaguely interesting, and just got to kind of watching the progression of it all. But the only way I can really think to describe it is like CSI Shinto. Like you've got this one character who's got something up with his eye, and he can see the natural spirits of the world. And he just he sort of walks around the place as a sort of witch doctor type, as a Mushishi, I think it's, his actual title is. Or is that the spirits? I can't remember. Either way, he goes around like Japan and just sort of helps people, suffering weird, from weird afflictions. And, it's kind of, I get the sense it's sort of very loosely based in Shinto lore. In that everything has a spirit, and then sort of, these spirits do that, these spirits do this, and like they've kind of sort of extrapolated from there. But like the soundtrack is fucking glorious. Like I defy you to put that on and like not have the best night's sleep of your life. It's just so wonderful. The actual anime itself is just, it's comfort watching to just the most wonderful degree. Like, there's no real threat. There's no, as far as I've watched anyway, there's no real overarching story. There's just dude helping people and people just getting on and being thankful. And it's really nice.
Sounds good.
I highly recommend it. Just, especially if you are hungover, just bosh that on for the day and just feel better about life.
For a TV show, I've got to say as well, Ghost in the Shell, SAC.
I still haven't seen Ghost in the Shell.
I watched one of them, and
the films, wonderful anime, but they are very of their time. So the first one is very much of its time. The second film, I think it's called Innocence, is a mindfuck of a film.
I can't remember which one I watched, but I was so confused.
The TV show, though, has an overarching story about a hacker, and he's like mind probing people and basically forcing them to his will. It's incredibly good to watch. Incredibly good.
Cool. Oh, how have we not already mentioned? Pokemon! I fucking love Pokemon.
Yeah.
Kel loves Pokemon.
I love Pokemon.
I don't really care what, like, the first seasons I felt were better. However, I will defend the very first movie to the absolute death.
Do you know what I've
Mewtwo's
actually...
Revenge is just, as a self-contained story, it's actually a work of gothic brilliance.
I've not seen any of the movies.
You and me, we need to sit down and watch Mewtwo's Revenge.
Done.
It's so good. It's got all the elements of like a classic gothic tale, and I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind telling you.
Always.
I cried the first time I watched it. It's so good.
I haven't had a good Pokemon binge in a long time.
Fucking lies. Every time I go around your house, you're watching Pokemon Black and White.
No. When was the last time you came around my house? And was I watching Pokemon?
No, because we were watching Irish films.
Oh, yeah.
Drinking a lot. Well, I was drinking a lot, you weren't.
No. Calories.
Oh, Kel, worth pointing out, there's a new series of Pokemon where they're kind of redoing the original series.
Right.
But they're kind of, rather than based around Ash, they're doing it from the perspective of the player you played in the games.
Ooh.
So that's, and there are apparently points now where it gets kind of fucked up.
Ooh.
It'll be especially fucked up, seeing as every single RPG I name the character "How you doing?" just so I can get "Hey, how you doing?" That, and if there's a side character, it's always "Me Fanny," which plays out beautifully in Twilight Princess, the Zelda game on the Wii, because at one point it goes, "Ow, me fanny!" Right at the beginning of the game as well. I was well happy with my choices of name.
What else? I mean, I do know I watched. We've mentioned Archer before. Like, if you missed the episode,
I think everyone listening to this must know what Archer is,
Yeah.
so we're not
We've
going to go
mentioned
into it.
Archer, we've mentioned
If-
Metalocalypse.
Lana!
Metalocalypse, motherfucker.
Venture Brothers, we've mentioned Drawn Together. There's a lot of animated shows that we have already mentioned.
Let's just put it this way. Animated shows, when they're done right, or animated films when they're done right, they're fucking incredible.
Yeah.
The best one I saw recently was Wreck-It Ralph. I was genuinely surprised
Wreck-It
by
Ralph
how
is
much I love
so
that.
Brilliant.
It's a good film. It's a very
And
good film.
Wally, motherfucker. I will
Aw,
defend that film to
Wally.
the death. I
I've
love that film.
never seen Wally.
Oh,
you'd
I
love
love
it.
it. I've got it on Blu-ray.
I don't think I would.
I'll
It's
give it to
alright.
you.
Yeah, I don't
It's-
think I would.
it's cool.
Oh, it's so good.
I think everyone's raved
amount of-
about it so much that I'm just going to watch it and be like,
The amount of emotion that gets across in that film before even a sentence of dialogue is mentioned.
I'm with Tom on that one. I really fucking enjoy that film.
I love that. I have a stuffed Wally on my shelf.
Do you know what?
I love Wally.
I meant to continue watching, but I always fall asleep. Have you ever seen the film 9?
Oh,
That's
9
No.
is brilliant.
Boy.
That's
know
a good
it.
film.
I know what
9
it's
is
about,
wicked.
yeah.
That's
a
well
really
worth
good
giving
one.
some time
Yeah.
to.
I need to see, what's that new one? Big
Big Hero 6.
Hero 6, yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
That looks like a cool film.
Hmm.
Anyway,
What I was going back to Studio Ghibli and games also. There was the I can't remember what it's called. There was the game that Studio Ghibli coded with Level 5.
yeah, I can't remember what it was called.
I was really interested. It always sucks, doesn't it? When he's like, oh, there's this thing I'm really excited about. I can't remember what it's. Ah, never mind. I know for a fact there are loads. I do watch like quite a lot of animated shit. Oh, how have we forgotten? My spoon is too big.
Don Hertzfeld.
Don Hertzfeld.
Hertzfeld rejected cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Search it on YouTube, watch that shit.
Oh, there was that feature length that was a bit like that. Life is Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sad.
It is really
I loved
sad.
it. It was so dark.
Yeah.
To be fair, so rejected cartoons when it gets to the end, just like they
Yeah.
destroy
but-
the whole universe.
Like the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
about
yeah.
rejected cartoons, well, actually no, rejected cartoons is, it is kind of sad because, ultimately it ends up depicting the mental state of, the supposed, animator.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that applies to Don Hertzfeld's truly. But like Life is Beautiful is a really, really kind of dark and savage at times, but also wonderful study of Alzheimer's. Done with like, fairly simple animation,
so much.
Ostensibly simple animation,
Yeah.
but like a lot of the techniques uses is.
It's all stick people, isn't it? It's that kind of.
But it's the stuff he does around the stick people that's just kind of
It was very
wow.
good. Very good.
So good.
I think that's the one I'm going to have to revisit, I think.
David O'Reilly's The Outside World. David O'Reilly. I don't know if you've seen it, but certainly worth watching. Is
this the one you sat down with me and Hal when we watched it?
quite possible.
And it was all very CGI and glitchy and
yeah, and it's mainly about domestic abuse.
yeah. With the cat and the mouse.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh god, that is it's very funny but also uncomfortable. So what was that? David O'Reilly,
The Outside World.
The Outside World. Yeah, that's worth checking out.
Cool. Right, shall we move on from this topic because we're just literally saying things we like now?
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so this is one from the community. This is from Haxxor. Brilliant name.
Hello, Haxxor.
You are well good. Right.
I bet he's well lit. Oh fuck! Is he the reason behind all the spam? Fuck you, Haxxor.
He works for the Japanese school.
I bet he's an adorable little Japanese girl. Yeah.
I'm not interested in
Or she.
Viagra or funeral plans. Well,
the name could go either way.
actually, maybe
But we're
Viagra,
watching you.
but
Yeah.
without the funeral
We are
plans.
watching.
We're watching you mainly because your name has two X's in the middle.
That's how you spell Haxxor. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm getting to that, Kel.
Cool.
So his question is,
Or her question.
or her question,
Oh.
their question
Ah.
is, if you were Prime Minister and money wasn't a problem, what 3 things would you improve about society, but in return you have to drop funding for 3 things? Discuss. I have to also point out that their email address is sarsvictimanumber@whatever.com.
Religion and politics.
I just love the email address, so I had to write it on the piece of paper.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Alex. I would reinstate full universal healthcare and drop tax relief for religion.
I drop money on bombs, churches, and tax evasion, and put more money into clowns, jelly.
Oh, I love jelly. Can we have custard as well?
Please say pork pies.
Cider.
Free MDMA on the NHS.
Sorry, was that free cider or free MDMA? Yeah, either way.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to make things better, whichever way you cut it, to be honest.
Well, you're cutting it with speed.
No, cider.
Tiny bit.
So I'm going to cut. Fuck this.
Well,
I do this for a job and I can't think of anything.
yeah, like politics is like well complicated and shit.
I don't know. I would.
I'm going to raise funds for whiskey, which I'm now going to pour.
I think this might be a little short-sighted.
That's it.
I think I would raise money for scientific blue skies research.
Fuck yes.
So, I'm guessing everyone knows what blue skies research entails. That's the kind of research that people kind of impart on.
Explain it for listeners who
Yeah,
don't know.
it's a kind of research that doesn't necessarily have an end goal. It's a case of, well, what happens if we do this? And that got massively cut when not this time, the time before when the Conservatives got in, because they were just like, no, we're going to cut all that. And my scientific, our UEA, the department got huge cuts there. And something that comes of Blue Skies research, medical treatment. And a lot of cool things, lots of cool bits of technology because people stumble on it by accident.
Well, the
I would
thing that
definitely
came out-
increase that.
The thing I can think that came out of that, and again in the medical field, is the idea of not robotic surgery, the control of surgery across the internet.
Right.
So it was keyhole surgery performed by a robot being controlled by an A-class surgeon who was
Okay.
not able to get there in person.
Ah.
Could you imagine that getting hacked though?
Oh, God.
It's like a scene from Dead Space 2. Like, it's the needle in the eye scene, if anyone's ever
No,
played
do
that.
you know what you get? You'd get a load of people with the internet troll face just carved into their abdomen.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be like, the tracheotomy went perfectly, except every time I exhale, a party whistle goes, "Ah!" For fuck's sake.
So can we identify 3 things that our government's paying for that should be cut, first of all? So
So I want to approach benefits here in terms of cuts, not for social benefits, not social benefits. Now, the thing about benefits is, the biggest recipient of benefits, at this point, it becomes, entitlement. Oh, I can't remember the actual phrase, but like big business is given more money in order to help it succeed, because the idea, like, well, this is all kind of
trickle down.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Which
yeah,
has
yeah.
been proven to be complete bullshit.
Of
Actually,
course it is.
Actually, it's also not bottom up. The idea is, I think this was, there was one of the plutocrats, like one of the big, plutocracy being, plutocrats being people who have a lot of money kind of running things. There was a big American plutocrat who went on TED and he started talking about middle out economics. And the way you sort of achieve this is by upping sort of the minimum wage to a living wage. And that means that sort of the people, kind of the middle class people, have more money to do more stuff. And that feeds into, like, the top end have got, like, more things they can sell to the middle. And then the middle have got more things that they need from the bottom. So everyone ends up with kind of more money. I can't remember the city. I think it was not Toronto. Was it Cincinnati? I can't remember. It was one of the big American cities. They did a trial on this, and it's proven, like, fantastic. So I would cut, like, big business benefits. And I would, in place of that, I don't know, eccentricity allowance.
What country is it? It's one of the Scandinavian countries that
Of course
give
it is.
something like it's not Sweden.
Oh no, was it Sweden or was it the Netherlands where they pay their children to learn?
Yeah, they basically give them money outside of their studies to do whatever the fuck they want with it.
Oh, yeah.
I would absolutely instill that.
It's basically like a grant scheme. So
Yeah.
everyone's given a chunk of money that they can then spend on anything they want. And what it's led to is a culture where there's a lot more of that blue sky thinking, where there's
Yeah.
people going out and doing
Because
whatever they
people have
want.
the ability to do so.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what way you cut it, at the end of the day, to do anything, you need money.
Yeah. There we go.
So that's one of 3.
They'll be here a while. I think we're pretty unanimous here of religion being cut in places and fields, or at least religion funding being cut.
Oh, no,
I
they
shouldn't-
shouldn't get anything from the state.
No, it's
Zero.
not so much they shouldn't get anything from the state, they shouldn't get
tax relief.
from
Yes.
them, yeah,
No,
from the state.
no, absolutely not.
Although that will kill a number of parish churches and things like that. Do
Yeah.
not care.
What about the...
However, they
I know
do
that's
actually do
harsh on me, but
a lot of really good work for, like, vulnerable people who, like, and they're their only lifeline.
They do
Fuck.
a job. No, believe me, like vicars out there and they doing honest to God's work. Like they are not children. They're not Catholic. They're out there. They're doing good things with their lives. They really are.
We shouldn't get rid of it completely because that would be stupid and narrow-minded.
I think religion's that's got to come up as a topic at another time, because
Because in this
I
room,
kind
it
of-
would literally be us all going, fuck it!
Apart from the fact
it's
that
talking
it makes
about
stupid
why.
people behave themselves.
It's talking about why fuck it in the bin. But yeah, that'll
Put
come
that
up.
in the pot. Why fuck it in the bin?
I've got funding that will cut. We'll stop giving money to the Japanese schoolgirls. Everything we pay for
But
is
they're
going
so
straight
cute.
to
Have you
them.
not- but they sound so nice.
Shit, he's one of them.
He's definitely been to a baby mel gig, hasn't he?
Who's got the most breakable glass? Alex, you're within arm's reach. When we find a breakable glass, can you just glass him?
I will raise funding for Sugar Glass for all people.
Sugar glass.
We can have some amazing, like, wrestling bouts. Like
We don't
WWE
need
style.
sugar glass for that.
No, we
Me and
do.
Taz have definitely thrown a few cups at each other in the past.
I've witnessed you throwing cups
I've
at me.
seen you throwing cups at lots of people.
She's throwing things at me.
Do you guys remember when we were all, well, like me, Tom, and Cal, when we were living together? This was 6-7 years ago now in a bungalow,
More
just,
than
not
that
that
now.
far
Careful,
away.
mate. What's this story?
Johnny came over, having just broken up with his girlfriend at the time, and he was
Hello,
really-
Johnny. Love you.
Hello, mate. And he was really fucking down, and like at that point, I had difficulty kind of approaching a topic on the level. So my solution was, well, how can I cheer up Johnny? We've just replaced a fluorescent tube in the kitchen, and we haven't got rid of that yet. So I said, Johnny, I tell you what, let's go out into the garden. You take this light strip and just smack it over my back. And he did.
Yeah,
He
that was
just
cool.
smashed that thing all over my back. I said, do you feel better? He's like, yeah, kind of, yeah.
So more would raise funding for recycling of fluorescent tubes used purely for stress relief.
Yeah, but in very contained areas, so that we can do something with the results afterwards. So it's not just
Fuck that.
save the environment.
The environment.
The environment.
Okay, I
Renewable
will.
energy.
Sorry?
Right?
Renewable energy.
I think more money should be spent on developing a fair few more things with renewable energy. I know it's still pretty much early days on quite a lot of it.
Well, yeah, because otherwise everybody is going to die.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like, well, I mean,
So-
we're all going to die anyway, but we might
Here's-
die a lot sooner.
Here's my thinking
Well,
on this
personally.
is like whatever happens, we're going to use up. Like it doesn't matter if we sort out renewable energy or we're going to use all the oil reserves anyway. But at this point, we're so heavily reliant on plastic that we need all that oil for the creation of plastics until we come up with something better. And everything else, the fuel, the oil kind of goes towards sort of fueling or making. That can be put to a side and be done with renewable stuff. And let's just kind of ride the plastic thing until we come up with something better.
Okay, so the three things we've got to raise funding for are fluorescent tubes, renewable resources when it comes to plastics,
And blue sky research.
Blue
sky research.
Research.
Excellent. Well, I'm
We're
glad,
cutting
I'm glad we got that
funding.
sorted.
We're cutting funding to
We're reducing
investing in big business.
Yep.
What else?
Religion.
Religion. Kawaii Illuminati.
That's 3 done.
Done.
There's no way of tracing that currently. Like we'll get there, but like I don't know, man. Like how you would paper trails because it's difficult shit. This is a windy road we're going down. I say road, it's more like a web. It's like a web in the shape of Pikachu.
Oh, that's cute.
Thanks.
You were in my head.
Always.
Right, we are coming up on 2 hours, folks.
So should we do one more?
One quick fire one.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Haxxor.
Thank you.
SARS
That was
victim.
cool.
You are awesome.
Do you know, you've actually, like, I'm annoyed I didn't have more answers in place, both serious and comedy for that. That's something I'm probably actually going to go away and think
Is the
about.
problem when we get a serious topic come up after
we don't expect it.
are literally half an inch away from finishing a bottle of whiskey?
I'll pour that shit out, please.
Yeah, motherfucker.
No.
Yeah. Tip it in. Got to tip it in.
That's right, D. You
Whiskey.
know you'll want some of this
Got to
lovely
dip it.
juice.
I'll have some whiskey.
Alex, you having some whiskey, Alex?
Does
Oh
the
shit, I
Pope...
finished it. Yeah, some of that.
No, he's got a full glass already.
All right, okay.
So this one is from your mum.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
And this,
Actually, Tom's mum.
No.
it's from your mum.
Okay.
And it's stupid injuries.
So we've heard all the Tarans. Can anyone else think of some?
I've got a good one. When I was about 10, I went on a P&O cruise from Calais to Dover. And on the
Why
way...
have you put on that voice?
Funsies.
Okay.
On the way to France, I was playing in the soft play area, looking after my little sister, who was obviously younger than me. That's a really stupid thing to say. And these boys were being really, really nasty to these little kids in this soft play area. So I started having a bit of a go at them, starting some trouble. And one of them grabbed this massive, soft, sort of column thing and smacked me around the head with it. The next thing I know, I've got blood pouring out of the top of my head, and went and sort of cried to mum and all the rest of it. And when we went back into there, it actually turned out that there was only soft covering on one side of this thing, and the bottom half was actually like proper thick wood with massive staples in, and that's what he'd basically just smacked me around the head with. So I got to spend most of the day in France mildly concussed. The massive scab on my head.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Go on, sorry.
2 injuries that come to mind was when I was really small. There was a power cut. So we were just like, I'm going to eat something. I'm going to have some cold rice pudding. So I opened a tin of rice pudding and the lid fell into the can. So I used my thumb to get it out.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. So as I've pulled up, the sharp lid has cut straight through my thumb, down to the bone, and now I'm stuck. So the only way to get it out is to yank it more, so my thumb comes out. Had to go to hospital and have 3 stitches. Another injury.
Oh, go on, sorry.
Injury.
Another one of my injuries.
Was it on your knee?
No, funny
It doesn't fucking work, does it? Fucking injury.
Right. God. I was I was in Iceland near the Harper Centre, the big theatre. It's fucking phenomenal building, beautiful. And it's right on Reykjavik Bay, so it's all pretty, all the water, all the mountains, all of that. And I was crossing the road, looking behind me, going, "Oh, that's lovely! Oh God, look at that! Oh, it's so nice!" And as I turned around, there was one of those circle warning signs. And as I turned around, I whacked my head on that and cut my head open a little bit.
Oh my God, Alex!
Injured yourself on a warning sign.
Alex, the Alex the
Wait. So we were on our way to see Haken playing at the Kingston Peel. And
Alex, would you care to tell us this story into the microphone?
Well, you know, if you want it from the horse's mouth. So yes, I've been engaged in some particularly enthralling conversation, which meant that I hadn't taken heed of the approaching lamppost.
weren't you actually looking at your phone at the time?
No, he was talking to
No,
me.
Okay.
I was quite possibly talking to you, actually, sweetie. But
He's talking to Diola, his husband.
yeah, I basically did the stereotypical Inspector Clouseau headfirst into a lamppost. It was a proper boom.
I laughed.
Now, the thing that really killed me about this is sometime before you, me, and Johnny were going to a house party somewhere. We were walking through Brick Lane, and we just picked up some beer from an off license. And as we were walking up Brick Lane, a fight broke out in front of us. And as the scrap was going on, one of the dudes kind of missed the dude he was going for, or thought that you were the dude, and fucking lamped you. And you gave him this, like, you took the hit, and you looked at him, and he gave him this look and said, stop sizing up the situation, really fucking angry, I think I'm going to deck this guy. You gave the exact same look to the lamppost, and that's what fucking slayed me.
Yeah, it's proper squaring up to the lamppost after you'd walked into it.
I mean, it's that was not on.
You had such a lump on your head all
was like
night.
a golf ball.
What the fuck was that lamppost doing there, man?
It was really,
Son of a bitch.
It was really not on. It's when the kind of like you've been assaulted unexpectedly. And then you just like, nope, I'm going to have to deal with it. Oh, it's an inanimate object.
It's completely my fault. Can't be angry anymore.
So I still have a stone in my knee from my injury. It means I can't actually kneel down on one knee in particular. I was out scouting. We were on mountain bikes in Wales, and we were going up and down this very big hill, very rocky, very fun. We were coming down the hill, and I was the tailer at the end of the group, and everyone else went round this blind corner. And as I'm going down this hill, it's getting faster and faster and faster, obviously, because we're going downhill. What I don't see is everyone that's got off their bikes in front of me around this blind corner. So I'm almost jet propelled down this hill. It's getting rockier and rockier and rockier as I'm going down this hill. So I'm losing all traction on the ground whatsoever. I slam on my brakes. It doesn't do anything at all because I'm bouncing so much. And I see this group of people who are walking their bikes down the hill in front of me. To one side, there is a cliff face. Can't really fall off into that. And to the other side, there's something that looks like a ditch, but could be a cliff face. I'm not sure. At that point, there's nothing I can do. I'll either plough into my friends, or I'm going to have to jump off this bike. So I decide I'm going to jump off this bike in a split second. I shout at my mate Ross, who's just at the back of this group, out of the way. I jump off this bike, slam down onto the ground so fucking hard. I cut up myself so fucking badly. Still have a stone in my knee to this day. You can actually feel it later if you want, babe.
Ooh,
feel my
sexy.
rocks.
Down to the knee.
But this bike has ploughed into my mate Ross, cut up his side, like proper like Freddy Krueger sliced the side of him. And my bike, no word of a lie, the frame had bent 90 degrees from the from the handlebars to the seat. It was 90 degrees from that.
Wow.
The wheel was obliterated. Like, there was just spokes all over the shop, and I had to walk that to the shop we rented them from and went, I fell off. That was quite fun. Hello, Andy, who's just walked into the room.
Hello. Hey.
Say hello to the listeners, Andy.
Hello, listeners.
Hey. And the only other injury that I can think was particularly stupid was my dad is a DIY bodger. He's a genius, but a bodger. And he used to make us things to play on. So in my back garden, we had a tree house. Fucking awesome. I was one of the few kids in my school that had a tree house. It was fucking amazing.
I always wanted
Not only did I have a tree house, I had a zip line that went from the tree house down to the garden. It was fucking amazing, which he made out of little pulley wheels and all this kind of shit. It was brilliant. My dad's a genius. He also made a swing on one of these trees, which was basically a tyre that was suspended by a rope. You've played on it, Dee.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
This little shed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So, at the age of 10, 11, something like that, I'm playing with Beth in the back garden, swinging around that thing, and I decide I want to get this thing spinning, so I want to get the biggest arc I can. So I run, jump into this tyre hoop with my legs, feet first, into the hole in the middle of the tyre, nailed it, went spinning round, leant back, into the tree it's hanging from. Skull first. Cracked my head open like a bitch. Although my dad also did drop a plate on my foot, which harrowed me when I was like 3 years old, because I had a shard of porcelain, not porcelain, crockery hanging out of my foot, which he pulled out with tweezers, which I still have a scar on my foot from. That was quite fun as well.
So I have to point out, the last time this came up, the question was the worst injury I've ever done to myself. And that I focused on the worst, which that's issue 10, in case you haven't listened. That's go listen to issue 10. There are more stupid injuries I've done to myself. I've got 3 in mind.
Only?
You have 10 minutes. Go.
Okay, cool. So I think I'm probably going to go with the failed magic trick.
Go.
So a little while ago, I came up with a gag that I personally found very funny and it usually got a good reaction, which was, have you ever seen that magic trick where the magician kind of predicts the person's answer? So think of a thing, blah, 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 blah. And then they open a piece of paper and it's got all those things on it.
Yeah.
My trick was, like, I watched, like, these tricks a couple of times, kind of got the flow of where they were going and, like, how they did it and kind of how to sort of bring someone into it. And it's like, you know, I did the entire same thing. It's like, okay, like, let's sort of stop the person. Oh, well, what we need to think of is blah, blah, blah. And the upshot is I let them believe they were going to see some amazing trick. And then when they opened the paper, it just said, "You're a twat." And that always came up quite well. I came up with a second trick, along a similar sort of line, which made a twat more of me than it did of the participant. Which is, you know, like the rope trick where someone cuts the rope and then, it's not actually cut at all.
Yeah.
I came up with an idea, like, I'd do exactly the same thing, only I'd end up with 2 bits of rope and just kind of vamp it from there. And I got away with it once and it was very funny. I did it again, and I believe this was on show. I can't remember who I was with. Captain Sickbeard might have actually been there when I did this.
You're right, Dom.
But hello, Dom. But we're on the fly floor. I was doing this whole thing and I got it set up and I had the scissors, had the rope, and I sort of set up in such a way that I'd do the cut and then go, no, it didn't work. And, you know, laughs, all at my expense and whatnot. However, I did it so quickly, I cut off like a corner of one of my fingers.
Nice.
Fortunately, it was largely callus that I cut off, plus a couple of layers of skin.
Very nice.
Yeah, so there was that.
There's nothing like the theatre of live magic, really, is there?
No, absolutely. And that you know, the whole thing with that bit is kind of playing on the theatre of it and then just fucking up and being a dick.
If that was Penn and Teller, he would have chopped off his whole finger and then it would have emerged in the pocket of someone in the audience.
Cut off his face.
Yeah. Actually, I've got...
I want his face
I'm really sorry.
off.
I don't know where that came from.
And there was Darren. Darren, yeah, something happened to Darren.
Darren's an injury all amongst
Hello, Darren.
This is back in the days where we were we were like, it was only like a year and a half or whatever. We were into, or at least trying to skateboard, and we're skating along.
Can't imagine that.
Those
Yeah,
two
go on.
wankers on a skateboard.
I'd pay money to fucking see that.
Well, the upshot is Darren got run over.
Don't start with a punchline, mate. Come on.
No, that's not the punchline.
God.
The fact of the matter is, like, he wasn't paying attention. He went into the road,
Fortunate.
and the sister of a girl we have history with, which may come up at some point in the podcast, she happened to be coming along in her car, and Darren got fucking winged by it, and he got hit knee on. He was fine, but he left a massive dent in her wing. And it was all very, oh, God, you're right, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm so sorry. And like, Darren was just like, yeah, no, I'm all right. And then really quickly, it stopped being about the fact that she'd run someone over, and it all became about the fact that Darren had damaged a car irreparably. Like, she got back to the parents' house, and like, he was just looking, like, the dad was looking, it's like, oh, well, we got to dig this out before nightfall, otherwise it's going to stay forever. Oh, what were you thinking? It's like, I have been run over. Like, you could have not been run over. He got run over. What are you going to do?
I'm sorry, what's the logic of dinging out a dent before nightfall? Is that like the wind changing when you're pulling a funny face?
Oh, if you don't do it now, I've got to stand on that forever.
I have no idea. It's completely middle class.
It's something
dad
about the
logic.
dew, it just sets metal. All right, go on.
about the
Next
Jew.
one. Jew.
Dew.
D.
With a D.
With a
I was
D.
going to say, I will get, like, entering down a
Don't bring in the
Semitic
Jews.
rabbit
Like,
hole.
we'll just start.
Although, you know,
We'll start with the hate.
Diola! What did you just say? Not even going to edit that out. You can live with that shame forever.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
Piece of shit, you.
Go run yourself over with
Podcast
some
would like to
stage.
apologise.
Go run yourself over with the stage. And you just
Cool.
right. Any? Was there another one?
No, I don't know. Like, Alex, I'm sure you must have had some stupid intros in your time.
Oh my god! Don't even.
No, we will.
we
Please tell
will,
us.
but you got to be quick about it. Come on.
One of the best ones. The fact that I don't have a massively scarred face is down to advances in medical ointments. There was this one time I drank 5 litres of Heineken and three big ciders of smoking weed all night.
Youth.
Yeah. Unlocked my bike. Tried to unlock my bike. All my friends rode off. Don't worry, I'll catch you up. I'm really, really fast. I was very, very fast. Very, very, very fast because, it was all downhill and came around the corner. They're going at walking speed. Plow into the back of my friend. The first thing that hits the concrete is my face.
Beautiful.
Hence the little scar.
Oh, is that
The ones under the eyes? Okay.
Yeah, 10 stitches. They told me I'd have to have a skin graft from my arse. But,
Did you?
No. Eventually, they're like,
Oh, what a shame. We could call you arse face.
I know.
If you got a skin graft.
But they managed to stretch it across and then give me this weird jelly stuff. They're like, yeah, we usually give this to burn victims, but because half of your face looks like a pizza, you could probably do with it.
And that's the story of why Alex looks like an anorexic Andrew Lloyd Webber.
And that's why... That's why I'm not allowed a motorbike.
Because you'll get fucked up and stoned and go, I'll catch you up, mate. Go.
No, I'll go too fast. Like, I'm actually, there's a clause in my dad's will, is if my son ever gets a motorbike, nothing.
Wow.
Wow.
Because
That's pretty impressive.
From quite an early age, he's just looked at me and gone I don't know about this one.
Yeah, the age was birth.
Yeah, I was going to say, Doctor smacked your ass. I don't know about this one.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we call that here?
Yeah, absolutely.
We should.
Let's.
Right, so I need some outro music. Someone else can come up with an idea. What were we singing before the show? Because we had to do a massive long mic test because this shit was not recording correctly because of my stupidity.
We were singing.
Oh, that was the Terminator theme, wasn't it?
Was the term?
That was the opener. That
It
was
was
the
the opener.
opener. Terminator theme was the
So
opener.
what we really
Okay.
is.
So, okay, can we attempt to do the Terminator 2 theme in kind of like major, nice, fairy style?
That is possibly one of the worst things I've ever heard.
Share and tell a friend about the podcast. It's the only way we're going to get out there and get more listeners, so do it. Visit the website, pottopicpodcast.com.
You're not my real dad.
There's loads of shit on there. Like the About Us page, you can find where we are, where we're at, what we're doing. The Instagram wall is up there as well. Hashtag Pot Topic Podcast on Instagram. It will be instantly added to our Instagram community wall.
I know now why you cry.
I'm crying because Kel just licked my face while I'm trying to do the outro. Sign up to the newsletter while you're at pottopicpodcast.com.
We've gone back to Coronation Street.
It's the second time. Carry on. Dun, 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 dun,
At Hot Topic Podcast is our Twitter. Follow us and get updated with our latest news.
I need your clothes, your motorcycle, and your smile.
And your forceps. Follow, search for Hot Topic Podcast on Facebook and Tumblr, and like and follow that shit.
I'll be back.
Emails at podtopicpodcast.com is our email address. Directly contact us if you've got anything to say.
Dun 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 dun.
Rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher.
Oh, God, shameless.
Like the video
That's not the song at all.
on YouTube and share.
We've won at this one.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for putting up with our bollocks again for the 12th episode. Motherfucker, 6 months!
We love you long time!
The music used in this episode was Meatball Parade by Kevin MacLeod of Compotech.com. It's licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Please see the MP3 comment tag or show notes on hottopicpodcast.com for more information.
Yay.
Good stuff.
Well done, guys.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was fun.
Cool.
Good, you enjoyed it.
My ears hurt.
Time for margaritas!
Margarita.
Margaritas! Margarita.
Getting drunk on podcast.
I know now why you're drunk.
Getting drunk, drinking rum.
I'll be smashed.
Getting drunk.
Tudor's had it right. That's what I was going for.
Fucking Romans eat until they throw up and then eat some more and then sleep.
That's it. Yeah, there's no such thing as a vomitorium.
Shut up! Childhood ruin!
Shut up!
Well, that's not fair.
Getting cucumber.
Fuck you,
Give me a bit of Pimsy cucumber.
No, it's interesting, isn't it? It turns out that like one of the most successful races on the planet weren't all bulimic. Strange that.
However, ancient Greece did invent sodomy.
They didn't invent it. They were just merely...
They trademarked it.
Also, apparently they weren't too much into sodomy. Like it was more sort of between the thigh action with them.
Between the thigh? They're not doing it right.
I've always preferred the knee or feet.
Crowbow! Shove it in my crowbow.
Another text
You
tone.
just kind of have it like there.
Will you fuck off with the text
What, in the
tones?
neck?
Yeah, just in neck crease.
Fuck my neck crease, bitch.
It was kind of like, no, I'm on the phone.
Maybe what's the weirdest place anyone has ever shoved it should go in the pot as a question.
Weirdest place,
Anyone's ever shoved it?
No, because half the people around this room would say, up Kel.
Not half!
No, yeah,
Blue part.
half of the other.
Half?
It's 5 people. No, there's 6.
4 people, excluding
actually,
you.
Actually, wait. If we include you, it's 3/5.
Blue part!
There you go, Tom. Wish granted.
I've got my
Brushing your crotch.
Do you know what? At first I complained about not being in the bloopers. Now I don't like being in the bloopers.